What's up, Cowabunga buddy? What's up, new bit? What's up, guys? What's new, Chris? What's new? New Bitcoin. How you guys doing? It should be live. Oh yeah, sweet. All right, and chat works. All right, awesome. What's up, Blue? Blue, just a heads up, buddy. I'm gonna give you a shout out today. When it comes to like pricing cards and all that kind of stuff. Chris, that's what you do, buddy. That's why I respect the stuff out of you. Always hard at work. It's awesome. Awesome. I gotta figure out how to pin, like, I want people to subscribe to my YouTube. I gotta figure out how to pin that. Let me post that one live here. We go here. What's up, bro? Fit? How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. Our hangouts. DJ should come on and rip a bunch of stuff. He has 2 boxes. We'll probably convince him to do both. I'm sure we will. And a bunch of Kobe packs. I have one Kobe and it wasn't. I looked it up. It was like, I don't know, 9.5 something or other. It wasn't the greatest thing. Oh, Scuba. This isn't the first day. Last week I did a class. This is day 2. Bar Locker with the sub. Let's go, brother. Appreciate you subbing to the show. Sorry, I'm just doing a massive post with all the different links. So I'm not paying attention to the chat. 1 second. And paste. There we go. All right. Posted that up. If people can go ahead and jump on that, I believe it. Mark, what's going on? What's up, Shepard? So 1-1 lava gold, etc. I got signed by Gary. What do you? Oh, in that one guy who posts a lot of stuff, I believe it devalues it. Yes. We can talk a little bit more about that detail. It's an interesting phenomenon. Now, honestly, I can't go into like the technicalities of it. I think it's just the nature of the market. So for those of you, yeah, Skunk Bear, what's up, buddy? Somebody posted up a whole bunch of cards, a lot of Series 1 cards, and the way that generally speaking the card market works, and this is it's not universal. I think there's a lot of things that depend. There's a lot of nuance to it. Like, for example, if you have a really high value Pokemon card and it's signed by the artist, it actually doesn't necessarily devalue the card all that much. But it depends the signer, it depends the cards, a lot of things factor in. So yes, I think it's universally sort of accepted and understood that if a high value card signed by Gary V is actually a devaluer of the card. That being said, now that you could have done this with PSA, if you can authenticate and grade the auto, for example, my auto Brave Bison, it's a PSA 10 and an auto 9, so you can grade that too. That's going to bring the price up a little bit, but it's still going to devalue the card. So if you had a Series 1 spec, let's say it's a Series 1, let's say it's a Series 1 spec Forthright Flamingo. All right, a bubblegum Forthright Flamingo. That would look super, super amazing, wouldn't it? Let's say that you had that raw and you got that signed. I would say that raw right now would be, I don't know, $700-ish, $700-800 for raw. If you got it signed, I bet you that card would go down a solid couple $100 in price. If you got it graded, authenticated, and grade signed, it would probably devalue it more like it might just keep it the same grade or the same amount. Arguable. So if you get a raw card, like if I go out and get this Versatile Viking card, right, Scuba, go Viking. If I get that signed and then I get that graded and authenticated and stuff like that, that would bring the value of this card up. But that's because this card isn't super, super expensive. So that's just sort of the rundown. I'm trying to keep track. I'm going to see if people streaming in 3 different platforms and doing all that. What's up, H-Town? DJ in the house. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man?
There he is. I mean, do we just call you cool guy? I mean, that's just what we got to do.
That's what we got to do, I guess. I'm trying to live up to the name, you know?
Oh, I love it, man. Dude, hold on. I need to do a rundown. This is the first time you've been on my show.
Yeah.
So let's do a rapid rundown. How long have you been into VeeFriends?
As long as they exist, because I've been following Gary for about 5 years now.
Dude, that's legit.
So
what was your like what'd you do during the mint and stuff like that? Did you mint day one?
Oh, unfortunately, no.
No.
I saw it. I was actually ready to mint, but I was so new to NFTs that as the price kept going up, I'm like, I could not. And then plus the gas fees were so crazy. I had a cap.
I need to pause you for a second. Sorry to interrupt. I need to pause you for a second.
Yep.
It's Jen and Henry with a 5 gifted subs. Let's go, Jen and Henry. Jen and obviously Henry. We got to shout out Henry, of course. But I appreciate you guys so much. Awesome. So much respect. Thank you, Jen and Henry. Okay, sorry. Back to you. Go.
I was so new to NFTs. I had a cap on how much I could spend.
Oh, yeah.
And once it went over, I'm like, I can't justify it because I just did not know enough about NFTs.
Yeah,
at that point.
It was weird, huh? Like I was just like scrambling, trying to figure that like what is this? You know, it's crazy. So like, all right. So when you saw, then did you follow closely after that mint and like watch prices and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I cried every day. I still cry sometimes.
Oh no, I love it, man. Yeah. I mean, I still cry like remembering some offers I had on my Bison and stuff like that. But you know, whatever. Hindsight 2020. You could have just been paying attention to somebody else and doing I don't even know what. You know what I mean? Collecting hats. Who knows? Who the freaking hell knows? You know what I mean?
I've done some other stuff as well that didn't work out as well.
I love it, man. All right. So when did you get like? When did you start getting doing VeeFriends stuff, like specifically VeeFriends stuff?
Well, I was kind of following along the whole time, and then just sometimes this year, I jumped back into the Fnatic stream because I was there last year in like October, whatever time it was, it started, but I kind of got out because I wasn't too into cards yet.
Yeah.
And I jumped back in this year sometimes, and got into the whole cards, then back into the NFTs and everything. So I'm adding up on my NFT collection every day as much as I can.
Let's go.
Ripping cards, really, just to see if I can pull something sweet.
So hold on, and let me just get this right. You opened your first ever box and pulled a 101.
Yeah, the 101 hollow bat in my first ever box. I'm like, that was the most ridiculous.
Cool. That's so cool.
And
I mean, it's that easy, dude. It's that easy, dude.
No,
it's that easy.
No, and I was on Ann's stream, and she happened to pull a 101 bubblegum as well.
That's so crazy.
Because we were doing a little box battle. So
listen, man, the vibe is strong with some people. I remember early on talking to Soggy about this, that there's like, I don't know, whatever you believe in. Like I do believe in like energies and frequency
big time.
kind of stuff. Dude, there's some people like connect with certain. I don't know. You see it. You see some people who open up. I don't know. Let's say, honestly, even like me or Thought Wrong or something like that. Like Thought Wrong hit some bangers, but that dude has bought into insane
so many,
amounts of breaks. Insane amounts of breaks. And Ann says that too. She's like, I bought into so. Ann's bought into like a fraction.
Ann buys every single stream, every opportunity she has.
Does, but still, Thought Wrong's probably quadrupled her buy.
Wow.
Right. So like percentage of buy-in to hit is not crazy high. Then you have people like Ann's probably decently high, but then you have people like Biceps. Biceps, like, dude, that guy is insane. That dude has maybe had like 7 or 8 boxes, and he's hit like 4 1-of-1s. There was a guy.
I'm gonna send him a box to open for me.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. Seriously, right? He has a touch. There was a guy who was into the stuff last year, and I don't really know his. We called him Dawid. It was David, but it was spelled Dawid. So we just called him Dawid. And if you've seen or heard of or talked to Big Dave, he was also a very big Dave. So we kind of had to separate the two. So we had Dawid and Big Dave. Dawid was very similar. He opened like 6 or 7 boxes. He came on my show once. He went on I don't even know if it was To the Moon at the time. It might have just been Tom. And same stuff. He just hit massive hits. And then he just sort of like walked away. He's like, okay, I won. I'm out.
I had enough. Yeah, it's like, what else am I gonna pull? Just pulled it
up. It
was
amazing. It was so cool. That's fun, man. Yeah. It's fun stuff, right? You rip boxes.
It's exciting. Very exciting.
What are your favorite characters? Or are you like a maxi? Like
well, Patient Panda.
You have one main character.
I have my little 101 back here.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So Patient Panda, Gratitude Gorilla, right there.
Gorilla's so great.
Those are my 2 favorite. Oh yeah, Gorilla's
so good. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So what are you like with those characters? Are you like collecting? So I'm always curious about what people collect and why people collect. Right. So like I collect Bison, and overall that's what I'm focusing on like crazy. Outside of that, I collect like, maybe what I would say my top 10 characters, and I try to pick up like a rare at a high grade, and that's it. I don't care rainbow, and if it happens over time, if something works out, and I do. Same with stickers. Like I have 1 pig sticker. I have a good pig sticker, and I'm like, I'm that's all I really want. I'm not going crazy. What are you like chasing? Everything like that. Like what type of stuff are you going after?
I'm kind of like you. I don't want all of everything. I want just a few things here and there. Like I have I think 4 pig stickers. I have a pigeon sticker on the way.
Nice.
This thing here, and then nothing. I have a few other cards. Just one is a rare for relationship with your time.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. I have a signed Gary V. Kindred Kangaroo. So nothing. And then I just got that. You saw that insert that I just got.
Yes. Yeah, I saw your insert.
Things like that.
How would you get my insert now too?
Right. Throw it in there. I was just showing off. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, Kobe slabs. I'm gonna throw that into the mix.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am working on a core set.
Okay.
So I'm just slowly picking up core cards here and there.
How far off?
Getting that together. I'm still pretty far. I think.
Okay.
Well, we'll see after this box. I'll be a little closer,
but it's
I think
fun.
About halfway.
Okay. It's a fun chase. It's like there's something fun about going after the cards and trying to find them and get the right deals, and then it's like I don't know. I compare it to like I don't know what type of workouts you do, but like running a race. Not like a race you're gonna win. But like I'm never going to win a 5K. But if I go and do a 5K, it's still incredibly gratifying to cross that finish line. And I feel like building a collection is similar to that. Once you have an end goal, if it's like a full set, And once you've achieved it, there's something super gratifying. You lay it out
Right.
there, or you have it in a book, which I'll talk about today.
Yeah,
It's
I have
freaking
actually
gratifying,
mine
man.
in a book right here. Just
Boom, there we go.
all ready
I like
to go.
So here's my question, because this is what I was going to talk about actually. Is that like, are they in like penny sleeves in there, or is
Yeah,
that like
they're in penny sleeves.
Okay, so I highly recommend get the top loader binder.
I just saw that on, I think it was Ann's video, one of Ann's videos.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, I need to get that.
So this was something I learned way back in the day with sports cards. So this is not like a guarantee, but over time, what's up, Megan? Over time, cards stored not in rigid sleeves can warp in some way. That's one thing. And in a binder, depending on how many cards are in there or how it's kept, if it's not upright, if it's down, all these different factors, they can end up warping. The other thing is, if it gets jostled, sometimes they'll slip out a little bit. And then I've seen that happen. Somebody's like, "Oh, I have all these bangers in this cool binder,
Right.
from whatever," and you open it up, and all the cards are like slightly out, and just like that edge is just gone.
That's what I was worried about.
Right. So they make a ton of them, and I have this one from. This one is great because it literally holds 252 characters.
Oh,
so
perfect.
you have a full set. This will hold it perfectly.
Wow.
But yeah, it's side. Oh yeah, this is my rare set. I haven't opened this in God. I was just like wiping freaking cobwebs off.
Dust off.
Here's a full rare set I went after, but it also loads to the side, and it's all top. So penny sleeve top loader, and then into the binder. And the binder itself costs like $40, but it's definitely
that's
good.
Nothing.
Definitely good investment.
That's definitely good. Yeah, you got to protect the cards at all costs.
Oh yes, you do. That's right. Boom. There's Mark throwing out links to it. I like it.
Oh, nice.
So you have one box. Everyone's going to convince the hell out of you to do two. How many Kobe packs do you have?
I have 3 Kobe packs, and I am ripping open one box tonight.
All right.
We'll decide which one.
I don't like to apply tons and tons of peer pressure on people, so I won't go crazy on you. And if the chat starts to put pressure on you, I'll tell them to shut the F up, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll mute them all.
I like it. I don't even know how to do that, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. You know what, man? You ready to open the shit?
Yeah. Which one?
Okay, chat. What do we got to do? We're going. Is that pink? That's pink. Pink or green? I'll be honest with you. Out of like God knows how many boxes I've opened a lot of each. Wow, we already have like 3 people saying pinks. Oh no, pink. Slowpoke said pink twice. Because she thinks pink is the best color. I've pulled some good cards out of pink, but almost all of my like actually it's probably like 50-50 in terms of like my absolute banger cards, like one of ones or anything like that, being in orange or green. That's just my personal experience. But here's the fact of the matter is, I'm guessing you're going to open both of them at some point.
So obviously, yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
All right. I guess we're gonna go pink.
Go with the pink. I like it. Okay.
Slowpoke's favorite Pokemon is pink.
Let's go. Pokemon pink. Slowpoke said pink, so we got to do pink.
Yeah.
Let me get you. Are you on your phone or on your computer?
On my phone.
Can you turn it to horizontal mode? We'll just get a way better picture.
Let's see.
Yeah, Mark, a pink. So yeah, pinks are rarer boxes. So I think it was said, but we also don't know numbers.
Nope.
Okay, that's all right. I wonder if I could.
Do you mean adjust it?
No, I mean I guess like honestly, you're probably bigger if I just do it this way. That's probably the biggest way I can get you.
Oh, that's fine.
Nope, not that.
That's fine too.
I'm just trying to find the way I can get you the biggest so people can see your stuff. Yeah, so cards aren't affected by boxes. It was confirmed that there's a rarity of boxes. You can actually, from day one, it was confirmed there was a rarity of boxes. Green are the most common, then orange, then pink. Same with the black cats, and then within that, I think which one is it? Like the Web 3? No, not the Web 3. I forget. There's like a rare, like the debut
the
edition.
characters, right? Yeah.
The debut edition is the most common of all of them. So a green debut is the most common box by far. So
I don't know. Diamond Hand 10 gives me confidence on this one.
There we go. Let's do it. Yeah, Nacho, I think so. I think to a certain extent, like I have like a quote unquote full set of boxes that whatever happens with all my other boxes, I'll probably just keep those. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Slowpoke, you came in a couple minutes too late. Cool guy says panda, gorilla,
And that's it.
And that's it. Panda and gorilla. That's good. Patience and gratitude. It's a great thing. That's a great thing to have.
It's gotten me through a lot of rough times.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. By the way, where are you from?
Depends. I was born in Bosnia.
Okay.
I grew up in Chicago. I've been living in LA for 6 years now.
Oh, nice. Okay. So VCon was an easy little.
Oh yeah, it was nice.
Where in LA?
Take a little drive. I'm in Northridge. It's about north of the city.
LA is wild, man. LA is just so freaking big. It blows my mind. Every time I go there,
it's
still
huge,
blows
man.
my mind.
You can drive for hours and still be in LA County.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
And then we have a heat wave right now. We're at 108 degrees.
Oh, miserable. I'm so happy.
Feels like 115.
Oh, so happy that wasn't VCon. That would have been dead. I would have left.
Actually, VCon started maybe 2 days after a heat wave. So it just got missed. Yeah.
Okay,
lucky. We would have burned up.
That was so bad. I mean, I was miserable personally, but I'm so happy that we missed it. It was great. I know it could have been so much worse.
It could have been worse. Everybody was lucky.
Let's do this, baby. I'm so pumped up, man. I love watching these get ripped. It makes me so happy. All right. I actually, hold on. I'm going to shift it to this because it's bigger. Just don't pay attention. Don't look at me. Look at his cards. Oh, this is so cool. Let's go. Second box ever. Come on now.
It doesn't want to open. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, let's go. A Focus Falcon right off the rip. Ooh, I like it. That's a good one.
I'm counting on you because I can't even see.
Okay, yeah, Focus Falcon. That's a great card to start with. Hype Horse. This is your good pack for sure.
Actually, I need these for my collection. Yes.
Come on now. Ooh, a 5 fan.
Always. All day, every day.
All right, let's go. Let's go. It's either going to be a massive card or like a Firefly. Ooh, a Vibin Vampire. That's a great freaking pack.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, if that's how we're starting off, then.
So for anybody who's relatively newer to the packs, or even to you, the every box is generally speaking going to have one pack that has kind of the tier 2s, potentially those tier 1 cards, like a Black Cat or something like that. But those are all solid tier 2s. Like the Falcon is definitely one of the harder tier 2s to find. Yeah, that's a wonderful card to get. That's a good hit right there. It's a great character, good card. So every once in a while, you'll see like the tier 2s will get split up. What's up, Alexander? What's up, Jaya? But for the most part, you're gonna get one solid pack. And then generally speaking, it's either the first pack or the 13th pack. Every now and then it's not, but that's sort of generally what we see. So that is a solid tier 2 pack right there.
Falcon, I'm already happy with this box.
Boom. Good to go.
Wow.
For anybody else who's new in here, you're going to get between 2 and 3 foil cards in every box as well. So sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. It's about 50-50 in terms of like the percentages and stuff like that. Once a blue moon, and very, very rarely you'll get one. Ooh, wow, and a Phoenix right off the bat too. That's great. Damn, dude.
Fire chicken. Let's go.
Oh, yes. The Barb.
Ah.
That's solid. Good.
Yeah, I need that one as well. So this is going great so far.
Just Jackal.
Oh.
There we go. See, you're building that set, man. Let's go. I love it. I hope every card and like Oyster or Clam. I always get them confused. I think it's the Oyster.
Oyster.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Oyster and Clam are very similar. I always get them confused. Nice. Oh, throwing the fire chicken in there right off the bat too. That's good. That's good. You're rolling.
Killing it. Killing it.
Makes me happy. Keep it up.
Who named it Fire Chicken?
That was what's his name? Was it Jerome Bettis? I don't know. Some football. Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch.
Really?
Yeah, called the Fire Chicken at National 2 years ago. National. Nice. And yeah, he was sitting on the floor at the booth there, opening stuff up. He's like, "That's a Fire Chicken." And then Dale, Rarity Dale, who has not. I mean, I've texted him. I texted with him last week, but he has not been around at all lately. he kind of no, not Dale. I'm sorry, Ron. Ron with the game because he was really into the game because that's a good character for the game. Kind of pushed that a little bit more. So yeah, me too, Megan. All right, pack number 3. Let's do it.
Scuba C. Guessing Marshall Mathers. Close.
Definitely not Marshall Mathers. Close. Yeah. I would question whether Scuba, knows him or not. I'm sure he does. Oh, all right, here we go. Civet. That's gonna have a day someday. Oh, whoa, here we go. Hey now.
All right.
You gotta get a slow roll going here.
We'll come back to that one.
You're the Wallaby.
Nice.
Ambitious Angel. Shout out to Ambitious Angel right here. Shout out to Diamond Deb for me getting this hat.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. First foil right here. Come on. What do we got? Let me get close. 65. Ooh. Oh, is that nice. The Humble Hummingbird.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Very cool. I like it. I was collecting the hummingbirds for a while because I was like early on with the cards. I was like, I'm going to use the cards to get to another NFT, a VF1.
Yeah.
And when I got to it, I picked the Humble Hummingbird because my wife has a connection with hummingbirds, and we have like a family thing with humility, being humble.
So pretty, actually. Look at it.
Awesome. I'm all about it. And yes, Slowpoke Megan in there is singing the Humble Hummingbird song. I also
Thank you, Meg. Thank you.
That's a good one. Nice. Great. Hell yeah. Dude, let's go. Oh, we got a good tier 2 pack. Got a Falcon. Got a Vibin Vampire. Got a Hype Horse. Got a Hummingbird Rare. What number was that, by the way? What's the serial number on it?
259 of 500.
Cool. That's the other thing I always look out for. People are slowly picking up on serial numbers. Early on, nobody cared about that stuff, and that's a big thing in sports cards. But now people are starting to pay attention, like that number 1, the number 500 if it's a rare, and then obviously if you have a 5 or a 55, those are the ones that are going to be big.
Of course.
The other thing that hasn't really hit is the color match and stuff like that. That's got a huge thing in sports. Like if you have if you pull a Kobe card and it's like a purple parallel or something like that, that's a huge one.
I'll die instantly.
I love it, dude.
I'm wearing a shirt. So give me a nice Kobe card.
Here we go.
And, my panda.
There we go. I love it, man. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go. Another humble hedgehog. Nice. 62. Ooh, the optimistic otter. Ooh. That's a top 10 for me. Love that character so much. The spontaneous seahorse.
Well, I might spontaneously open a second box. I don't know.
I mean, we just gotta wait and see. People. Scuba.
All right.
Is that a mature mule? Okay, sweet.
Mature mule. Yeah. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Scuba, there was actually a guy, Scuba says 69. There was actually a guy who had 69 of 555 gift goat. And he was insistent that he was going to sell that thing for like $5,000. And he was like, no, the 69 serial number. That's going to be like one of the most sought after serials ever. And I was like, this is just not going to happen, dude.
Not in this thing.
Yeah. He was like, no, this is going to be massive. 69 is going to be, that's the one people want. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Best of luck to you, buddy, old pal. I'm curious if you ever sold it or not.
Was it listed somewhere on eBay or?
I don't know if he did or if he was on Discord. I have that question because there's so man, a year and a half ago, Ben with the gifted sub to Slowpoke. I like it. Gift in the family. Gifts in the family. That's what I like to see. Oh, Caitlin in the house. What's up, Caitlin?
Brofit bought it for 4.9K.
Caitlin, good to see you. There were people 2 years ago in the cards who had all these bangers and were trying to make deals and whatever, but then they just sort of disappeared, and I have no clue if they actually made a deal or sold or they just walked away and said, nope, I'm not going to touch anything. I bought a bunch of cards from this dude who was in Finland, and he must have opened 100 boxes, and he had amazing cards. He also had an original sketch thing done. I mean, he had a crazy collection, and he wouldn't budge. He wouldn't budge for anybody. And he ultimately, I worked him for a long time and finally was able to get something. I helped him sell a couple of Series 1 boxes, so he kind of hooked me up on some stuff. And then he disappeared for like 9 months. And then he came back like 6 or 7 months ago to try to sell more. I have no clue if he did. So he might
ran out of money.
Well, I mean, he was just like, hey, what's the market like? Maybe I'll be able to sell him now. I don't think he cares. Like maybe he doesn't need it. But every now and then he just sticks his head in and be like, hey, is the market hot? I'll sell all my shit. But I always mention this. He's sitting on thousands of cards and some good ones. He had like 3 gift coats or 4 gift coats and 5 black cats. And he's just out.
He's just waiting for the market to heat up. And when you got it like that, you just buy up everything and you wait for the right time because you're not in a rush to sell because you don't need the money. So
exactly. It's crazy. So I think it's Finland or somewhere out there. Yeah. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Gleeful Sugar Glider.
All right.
Nice. A Loyal Lobster. The green lobster. I don't know why that always throws me off, but it always does.
Has to be Jet's color.
Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, there we go.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
This is a little rookie card for your rookies.
Boom. 15 rookies.
Yep, 1 of 15.
I love it.
That were introduced in Series 2.
Oh, I also missed Cowabunga subscribe. Thank you, Cowabunga.
Hello, Cowabunga.
Likeable leopard, nice. And that's my thing. The likable leopard is the only
that was a charming cheetah.
Sorry. The charming cheetah is the only character who's looking up.
Oh, yeah, I did just see that a couple of days ago.
I don't know, like, why? What's it looking at? Is it looking at its, like, who knows?
No.
Also, it could be nothing. I have a feeling sometimes, the other day, they pulled a reliable rat, or maybe it was in the Series 1 that they did the other day, and on Fanatics, and it has red feet. And Rips was like, why does it have red feet? And Gary was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that right now. And
wow.
I was talking to the people, and I was like, oh, I was actually streaming, and I had like maybe 5 or 6 people on, and I was like, who in here believes that he actually knows what's going on?
There's some deep secrets.
Yeah. They're either deep secrets or he's like, yeah, I haven't made that up yet. We'll figure it out. That's why I love Gary. He just rolls with it. It's good.
How about those mini super stickers that
I'm curious.
They look cool.
So there was I wasn't paying super close attention, but yeah, Hardcore, you got that gifted sub. That's because Jen and Henry rock. So I guess the invites got emailed out for people to play in the tournament. And I think there was a link to some sort of viewing party. Maybe it might have been by accident. A link to some viewing party for the show that's supposed to come out like the 19th and 20th of this month.
Okay.
And I guess the image on it looks kind of, there was an empathy elephant on there. So the assumption started going around within these couple people that were talking about it that maybe those are going to go sort of work directly with the characters who are in the show.
The characters on the show.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Who knows? I liked when they did
Gary knows.
Some people were speculating maybe there's going to be a vending machine for those things, which I think would be really cool. Like this sort of next. And I know that I was talking to Mr. Squishy Scott, who did the minis, and he said there's definitely some pretty unique stuff coming out that he sort of worked on and made. So that could be something. Yeah, Dial and Dog knew it. That's right. So I'll be curious.
Yeah. So I was wondering, when is it going to be the next level where, VeeFriends stuff is next to like Pokemon cards and stuff like that.
I also hope those come out. He did mention, he said he was talking about something at Comic-Con being free, and that's when he sort of dropped the alpha on those stickers. So I hope that the stickers are a very low price point, and you can get like a full sticker book of like, however many characters. I think that'd be really awesome.
That would be nice. Let's see.
All right, we're looking for that next foil. We're looking for that next foil.
Pack number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Pack number 6.
All right, here we go.
That's it. Wow, all these hits in 5 packs.
I love it. I also like your never lose that excitement for every single character. Even if you open up 100 boxes and you pull up a spontaneous seahorse and you're like, oh man, I love the colors. Like, that's what I'm all about, man. I'm all about that. I love it.
I do appreciate art, so
Good.
and this is
Good.
some very artistic stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
From all angles, that'll be a character. That's going to be used.
Fan favorite, yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Huh?
Oh,
He's
nice.
roll.
Wow. Thank you, Megan. Yes.
Dope. Dodo.
What is happening here? This is just
This is the lowest. And the pleasant platypus. There are some
so
characters.
Pleasant.
Yeah, that Gary hasn't even like referenced. I'm curious to see
how they
what they're used for. Like the dope dodo. Like how is? Yeah, there we go.
Dope Dodo is a fan favorite. Everybody loves Dope Dodo, even though
everybody loves Dope Dodo.
Yeah, doesn't get much love from VeeFriends in general, but
that's true.
There is.
I think the one that gets. I think the detail-oriented Dumbo octopus gets the most hate because I think that's like Rips's least favorite character. Like he can't stand it, or maybe it's the bubbly buzzard. I think Con Man doesn't like the Dumbo, and then and then one of them doesn't like the bubbly buzzard.
Well, if they talk nicely to Gary, he might, get rid of those two characters.
I doubt it. I doubt he will. He'll only make them stronger if people complain about it. Oh, Megan, that's awesome. There we go. See, there's a character for everybody. I love it. I love it. That's what's so cool about this.
Look at this. This is
bangers left and right. I like the Vibin Vampire too. That Falcon's the hit. Ooh, I love the Hummingbird.
That's 6 packs.
We're rolling. Let's go. Coming up on our halfway point right here. I'm liking it. Yeah, here we go. It's so fun. I like watching your face, just like looking at the card. And I'm like, you can like feel that excitement that the polished poodle.
Anything for a puppy.
No, there we go. Good. My daughter loves that just because it's pink. Nice, secure sparrow. Very nice. Ooh, sensible sommelier.
Oh, nice. The wine guy.
Yeah, the wine
guy.
Which
is Gary.
Yeah, for sure. That mustache is killer too. Sommelier and the Admiral both have some serious mustaches.
Oh, yep.
Ooh, there we go. And a gritty
rookie
card.
Perfect for the spooky season.
Yes, I love it. The cowboy has a mustache too. So there's 3 characters with like legit mustaches. That's interesting. All right.
The cowboy reminds me of Mario from Super Mario.
He does kind of a little bit, yeah.
Slowpoke. Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, these are
they crimped?
I don't know if they have a line across here.
Oh,
one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it.
Not really from here. You know what? You know what's funny? I actually just put it out. But that's what I had.
You have some?
Yeah, I've had that happen before. There's some weird print stuff that happened. I have like a really distinct line across this. The last black cat I ever pulled. And it's a really strong line that goes right through the middle of it. And I submitted
I saw that in your video.
I tried to submit it as an error. I thought maybe that would work, but they did not give it an error.
No.
Unfortunate. Yeah. What's up, PR? What's going on, buddy?
We'll save these and see what happens.
Yeah, why not? Right? I think little things like that are fun, I think they're fun.
Start a new collection.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think there's like more distinct. Like that happened on Saturday. When was my last? No, that was with Alexander. On Monday, he opened up his first pack and it was like all like crinkle cut. Like I don't even know. Like something happened.
I saw that.
The base of it.
Yeah.
So there definitely are things that are distinct errors. There he is. Yeah, there are distinct errors, and then there's like these minor little glitches that happen with like an ink line or a print line or something like that. And for the most part, or even a bad cut. And for the most part, those don't come down as errors. They come down as just shit grades, which is unfortunate.
Shit grades?
Yeah, which is really unfortunate, but it's just the way it is.
Do you know what the lowest grade is for VeeFriends? before they. Yeah.
Well, I mean, grades go
at
down.
some point, they don't put a grade. They just
well,
put
okay,
the
so you can
AU
request that. So I think that's become a thing where
you can personally
Yeah.
request it.
you request it. So you basically say if it grades anything below, if you're going to grade this below a 9, don't grade it. You can either get it sent back or you can just make it authenticated.
Okay.
So I think that's what you see now. When you see a card
Yeah.
that's AU, it basically means it's like an 8.5 or an 8.
They put a cap on it.
Yeah. But if you don't put that, they'll just grade it whatever, and it can go all the way down to a 1.
Oh yeah, the Gronk
Yeah,
spike. I wish I would have gotten one of those Gronk cards. That would have been
there was
nice.
a couple 2s in there. There were a couple 2s in there.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Yeah. I'm feeling a foil in here. I'm feeling a foil. I'm feeling a shiny.
Ooh.
Nice. There's another rookie.
So is this another rookie? Yeah,
Yep,
we're having a rookie night.
There is a foil. Third card.
Third card.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's pull this one.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Match your box.
Match the box. Let's see what we got back here.
I don't know, man. Your lighting is making that look really sparkly and it's throwing me off.
Oh,
honeybee, honest honeybee. That's
nice.
Yeah.
That goes well with my insert that I just got.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hell yeah, perfect.
All right.
All right, here we go. Second foil of the box here. Come on, baby. Ooh, is that a very? I can't tell. No, it's a rare. Okay. 66. Ooh, there we go. Self-wear hair. Carrie B. Or nice. The swaggy seal.
Oh, nice.
Solid. That's
Actually,
really cool.
I was about to buy an NFT earlier today, so I'm.
Oh yeah,
just
there we go. Boom.
Nice.
Swaggy. I like it. That's good.
Wow. Actually, what a pack.
That's
rookie,
awesome.
a honeybee, diamond hands hand, and
loving it.
Where are we? Look at that.
Principal praying mantis. That's a good pack. Hell yeah. Great pack.
That's good stuff.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Again, thank you, Megan. Nice pack.
There we go. There we go. It is. Swaggy. I got a feel. I think how many more packs you got? 4 or 5?
5.
5. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking we're gonna see a third foil. That's what I'm thinking.
Insert would be nice, but I'll take a foil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that would be pretty nice. Anything like that. Any cool like special shiny, man. Oh, I mean, you got that. You got to have that experience.
I know this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's good. I like the sort of like halo ring type things that are coming out of its head. It looks good. Yeah, you got to experience the fun of pulling a one of them. What a cool experience, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Feeling.
And actually, I wasn't even paying attention when I literally just pulled the card.
Oh, really?
And then whoever was in the stream, they just went screaming. And I was like, oh.
I like when that sort of stuff happens. There's a guy.
We were just talking, I was like, just next card.
That's so cool. I love that. I love that. That's so neat. There's a guy, Floss Boys or Floss. I don't.
Floss, yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. He was like posting up, and he was like just talking to the camera. It was just him by himself, and he was just videotaping.
Oh yeah, I did watch that. So yeah,
he's like looking down and like takes the card off, and we all see a 101 sitting right there, and he's just doing this. And he looks at the camera
to the side,
and he sees it. It's so cool. I love seeing that sort of stuff.
Much better than the slow reveal.
I know, right?
When you show up late to the party, you're like, what did I miss?
That's so good. All right, I'm ready for another foil for you for sure.
Feels heavy.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm not a professional scale, but
I mean, hell, maybe there's more cards in there. I've seen that once or twice too.
Oh yeah, that. All right, we have. Oh, nice.
Hyena. The yellow on yellow that hits. 62. The spiffy salmon. By the way, if anybody in the chat knows where there's a raw Series 1 Spiffy Salmon core card, hit me up. I'm looking for one.
Oh, here's everybody's favorite.
There it is. Here's a Dumbo octopus. There it is. That little tongue sticking out. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Dapper Dachshund Long Dog. Nice.
Beautiful.
Cool.
We are still hot.
I guess that can be a question. Are there any characters that you don't like?
No, I don't discriminate.
Good.
I really don't. I think there's too many fish. That's a personal opinion. I'm not a big fan of fish, so.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I can dig it. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, no particular character.
I really like the Chill Chinchilla, but I think I mentioned this before in my show where I like me and my family opened up I think 3 or 4 cases of Road to VeeCons for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And my son pulled like 5 Chill Chinchilla stores. In like
you just couldn't take him anymore.
He was like so pissed. He was like, "I hate this. I hate the chinchilla." So for a solid 2 months or so, I was like, "I don't like the chinchilla."
I don't know what everyone's obsession is. I'm not.
Chill. It's chill and cuddly.
I guess.
Brofit, we got so far the first pack was the tier 2 pack. We had a Focus Falcon, a Vibin Vampire, a Hype Horse, and another tier 2 in there. A rare Humble Hummingbird and a rare Swaggy Sea Lion. There's that Falcon. Oh, yeah, the 555 thing was the other tier 2. So a good tier 2 pack for sure because all 4 cards were pretty solid.
Oh, that's personal.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
There we go. All right, Brofit is collecting geckos. So any geckos hit, contact Brofit. He wants all of it.
I have a gecko NFT.
Oh, there we go.
I scooped up from the floor.
Are you going to be the next for a full set of Series 2 NFTs, just like Ghost Kid?
I mean, I don't have it, like that.
Sorry, not Ghost Kid. He's Ghost Kind. He's Ghost Kind.
Ghost Kind, right. That was changed recently to Ghost Kind.
Officially Ghost Kind.
No, but I will, again, same thing that I'm doing with cards. Certain ones I will hold on to. All other ones I would probably just flip. So I'm currently buying off the floor, even if I don't necessarily want to keep it.
Okay.
So I bought I think 5 or 6 recently.
You got a Brave Bison?
There's only 2 or 3 I want to hold on. Actually, the Bison is one of them that I'm holding on to.
By the way, shout out DJ Kaufman.
Oh my God!
Comic today that got me big time. I've always all the flattering and all the wonderfulness of sort of being associated with the character, but I've always wanted the Brave Bison to be brave, and today that made me so happy to see Brave Bison be brave. That made me so happy.
Yep. I'm gonna have to buy another NFT now.
Yeah.
The Brave Bison is about to blow up.
Yeah. Or get killed off. Who knows?
Well, it depends who you listen to.
Yeah, exactly. DJ's the man, Megan. Yeah. Brofit, go get one. Just go grab one. Go get yourself a gecko. Go get yourself an evolving gecko off. Probably get one for
Oh, they look cute. The evolving ones, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Go do that. Go make it happen. Go make it happen right now, Brofit. That's your challenge. 20 burpees and a VF2. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's see.
Nice. A courteous coyote. I like it. The graceful goldfish. Shout out to Poker Pros. That's his. He's a goldfish maxi for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. There we go.
Nice.
1997.
Oh, Meg.
And speaking of Megan.
There
it is.
Look who it is.
Nice. That's beautiful. Megan knocked it out of the park in the cosplay of that one.
Oh.
Nice. Authentic Anaconda. Nice. I like that one a lot. I like Authentic Anaconda. Yeah.
Again, another great pack. You can't.
Yeah, you're getting some good stuff here, man. You have a good all around box so far.
No complaints. Anybody here born in 1997?
Definitely not me. I was well into my teenage years.
Same here.
But Megan was. And John Carney. Scuba, there was a guy who was buying a bunch of the autos, and he was a little bit active, but I don't know where he hasn't been active anymore. I have no idea if he's still trying to buy them or if he offloaded them. I have no clue. But there was a guy like a year ago who was trying to scoop up as many Series 1 autos as possible, which is a crazy idea of a collection. I don't know, Scuba. Ask J-Rob. J-Rob sold him a few things, and they also met up. So I don't know if he's in that neck of the woods, the Philly area, but message J-Rob because he dealt with them. What do we have? 3 more?
3 more.
Let's go, baby.
3 of these as a bonus.
Yes. I'm fired up to see what you get out of those too. I also I don't even know what they put in there. Like I don't know what the main chases were or anything like that. I have no clue.
I forgot. I'm like, just get me. I bought 2 at first, and then somehow I bought a 3rd.
It just happened. Who
But
knows?
Buy 2. There's gonna be, there's gonna be so many people. Let others get some, and then I'm like, no, give me a 3rd.
Okay, nice. Okay, nice, Mark. Oh my God.
Oh.
Well, there we go. Love the parrot so much. Really like the parrot a lot. Nice. The accountable anteater. Sweets. Oh, here we go. Foil.
Ooh.
Sneak it up on you. Sneak it up on you, cool guy.
All right.
Let's go, baby.
This one away.
We got that 3rd foil.
What we got here?
53. Ooh, is that the badass bulldog?
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Go.
We're
gonna see the name. I can't read it now. 504 something to 500. 66. Another 66, dude.
Wow.
And the crane, beautiful. I like that one a lot. Dude, you got a 65 and 66s.
We're just hitting some fire today.
Fantastic. I'm a big Curious Crane fan. I like that character a lot. Curiosity is good. I like the crane. I like that little head tilt it has going on. It captures curiosity very well. That's a good one. That's good
stuff.
Nice.
Again, thank you, Megan.
Megan giving you the good juju on this?
Oh yeah.
I like it. All right. I got my standing quota in. Getting back down, people.
All the excitement in your legs now.
It's been a wild day with the family, and they back to school tomorrow. So my 2 little kids are just like super hyperactive with their excitement. So we were just like running around all day, going crazy. It's fun. There we go. All right. Boom. She's good, Megan. She's doing good. We're 5-ish weeks out. She's making do. I can't even process how someone goes through having a child grow inside of them. I mean, especially in the middle through summer and stuff like that. Like I go outside, I'm like, ugh, I don't feel good, and I'm like, I can't even imagine what it'd be like to just all of a sudden be twice the size that you're normally used to. I can't even process that. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate you. Thanks, Roof. I hope so too. I think they will. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Let's get some good bangers. Nice. The Dripping Dragon. Beautiful. Great character right there.
Nice.
Oh, match that rare. If you had all rarities, what would be your best deck? Proactive Piranha. Look at that face. Look at that mug. Look at that mouth breather. I love it. Nice. There, the innovative Impala to match some pins. That's a good one. Boom. Bunch of 65s in there. 65, 65, 66, something like that. Scoob, I feel like that's kind of a loaded question. If I had all rarities, what would be your best deck? That's like, what do you mean? Like, I guess I'm confused. Like, are you just asking what my best deck would be in general? If I could just make anything? Oh, I see. Like what would I? Oh, of any character, if I put in anything, I personally like the idea in the game of utilizing maybe having 1 or 2 good I always like having like a very rare black cat, or something like that. Then from there, using my rarities for, like an eel or a fire chicken or a red devil or something like that, which would, what's up, Ellie? Which would create a stronger version of that card. I don't know. It's worked well for me. I've lost with it, but I've also won with it quite a bit. So, I don't know. I'm also way out of practice. So who knows? We got one more. Is that it?
That's it. Last one.
Woo, doggy. Let's go.
All right, just a cat. That's all we need now. A black one, preferably.
Throw it in there. Yeah, right, Scuba. I'll play you.
Just sweeten the deal. Yeah.
Let's get it. I'm for it. All right, Cowabunga. Have a good night, buddy. Always good to see you.
Have a good night, Cowabunga.
What's up, Rev? Here we go. Let's get some fun ones.
Oh, there's a cat.
It is a cat. It is a cat in some way, shape, or form. Oh, the world.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. Good.
Still pulling fire.
Turn tick.
Wow, turn tick. That was actually my first NFT that I got.
No way, really? Oh, that's cool. I like it. 67. The confident.
Oh, that's insane.
We got it. That's what's up. That's a sign.
There's no way.
That's a sign right there, man.
This is happening.
It's a sign. Is that the last card? In the last card in the last pack?
Last card in the last pack.
Oh, that's a sign.
Wow.
That's a serious sign right there. For those who don't know that connection, the Confident Cobra is a call out, and this has been stated. This is official. It's a call out to the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. It's why you have those colors, because that's the LA Lakers colors. That is supposed to be a Kobe Bryant card. That is 100%. And the confidence of Kobe on the court. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Again, thank you, Megan.
There we go, Megan.
Choice.
Thank you, Megan.
Wow.
Got me here in open box too.
Let me up there.
Well, Scuba, the core Series 1 doesn't count because it's not LA. It's not Lakers colors. So that Confident Cobra is not officially a Black Mamba Cobra. Only VF2 is Black Mamba. Solid box, man.
Very, very solid box.
Yeah. From my experience with opening boxes, there's like banger boxes where you get like some amazing, a great tier 1 card. You might get an epic or a gift code or an insert or something awesome. Then there's like the above average box, and then there's the average box, which I think is like two foils or 3 really bad foils. So I think that this is a legit above.
This is
box
above. I can't remember what I pulled last time, but I pulled that 1 of 1.
Yeah, 4.
I think I pulled 2 more foils with it as well, so it was a 3 foil box, and
3 foils with one of them being a 1 of 1 is not too shabby. The Black Mamba, I like that. That is definitely
was the perfect sign.
Yes, that's a sign that something big is going to happen right now. We're going to pull a Kobe auto. I might have to jump in. I might have to be on eBay previous sold. I pulled up. I got one of them, and I pulled it. I pulled it, and I don't even know what it is right now. And I was in my car, and I went up just to look it up. I think it's like I don't know. Maybe it's like a $20 or $25 card, which is it would what were those packs, like $35?
Yeah. No. Yeah. 35.
35. Okay, so not too bad.
Not too bad for a Kobe slab.
Not too bad. That's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign. Come on, Kobe Auto. Come on, Kobe Auto. We got to do it.
2 or 3.
Ooh, boy.
1, 2 or 3.
24. I say 2. Oh, 3. Wow, everybody else says 3. Damn, okay. We got like universal 3s in the chat.
What are you talking about?
Hey now. Well,
I should take 1 then.
Yeah, just go 1. Yeah.
All right, 3 it is, Chad. Calm down. 3 it is. All
Chill
right.
out, chat. Chill out, chat.
Wow. I want to piss the chat off.
3. 3. Oh, it's so good. Come on, Kobe. Come on, Kobe.
Oh, we're going to have to go this way. There you go.
All right, here we go. Oh, come on, Kobe. That looks a 10. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hold on.
Checking eBay.
What is it? What year? What's the card? What is it?
All right, we have.
Or read the front. Just read the front of it. What's it saying?
A 2012-13 Panini Kobe Anthology, number 102. 12-13 Panini Kobe Anthology. Card.
Wow, I can't even spell Kobe Bryant. Oh, there it is. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. This is what I assume. There's a few of them, right? So there's a handful of that. All right. What number is it again?
A 102.
102.
This is a beautiful card. Wow.
Yeah, there's all these different Kobe anthologies. Which one can I see? All right, yellow jersey, dribbling. See, I don't even see that one. Of all the ones up here on eBay, I don't even see that one.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's check Luddigs.
Oh yeah, good point. I never use that.
Do it. Easy way to check.
Honestly, sports cards is probably it's probably better off on sports cards. I'm guessing you're talking like I'm gonna predict it's in like the $40 to $50 range, maybe even a little bit more, $50 to $60. 30. I got a Kobe 10 also different card around 34. Okay, all right. Nacho says 30 40. Okay, so I initially said 30 to 40, then I said 50 or 60. So okay, that makes sense.
Good.
All right, that's a great pull. That's a great pull.
Beautiful card. I mean,
yeah, it's a badass looking card. I like the anthology style with the whatever that texture is down at the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. Getting a 10 is a great thing anyway. Any Kobe card at a 10 is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. That specific card is not anywhere to be seen. On
1 and 2, chat. 1 and 2.
I'm staying out of this. Chat was not into it. Drew says 1. Slowpoke says 1. Sarah Bell says 2. Sarah Bell pulls absolute insane cards on my show. Nacho says 1. I'm feeling like we have 1. 1 is the go right now.
1's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah Bell.
Well, you know what? That makes it good. James Lee says 1. That makes an X.
Sarah Bell. We're saving the best for last.
There you go. Yeah, right. Sarah Bell says 2. I said 2 initially. The best for last. That's what it's all about. I gotta highlight every time somebody comments on either YouTube or Sarah Bell. That's your first time chat here. What the hell? Nice. All right, here we go. 2 is the heater. I know, Rev. You're right. Oh, I can't see it. We can't see it.
Oh, wait. Wrong way. This way.
Yeah. Whew. Oh, nice, Mark. Send her to YouTube, Mark. Oh, there we go. Another anthology 9.5. I feel like I saw that one. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be a solid 30-ish bucks.
Number 41.
All right. Yeah, these numbers are bullshit. All right, hold on. 41.
Good. It's the other jersey.
There we go.
Yeah, one of these jerseys. Yep.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I seen that one. I have a feeling Gary just like bought 900 of these anthology cards.
Or had them already.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, at some point. I would guess, knowing Gary, like I remember him talking sports cards like 4 or 5 years ago, and just talking about the way he collected. And when he saw a player that he thought was going to be a banger, and now he uses rips too, and they're like, "Oh, this is going to be big." Like I'm sure they do.
He buys everything.
Yeah. He just goes and buys like a couple hundred PSA 10s of his rookie card. Yeah. I mean, he's probably sitting on like just insane amounts of Wemby rookie cards right now.
He needs to have a clearance sale.
Ridiculous. And it really hit me early on when they first did the Burn Island stuff or the book game stuff. They had like a Book Island like shop you could go to, and you could just burn. They just had, and it was just like, oh, there's 400 Barry Sanders rookie cards, PSA 10s. You're like, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was just insane. Right. It's just insane, his collection. I'm curious where he keeps it all. That's what I'm really curious about.
In a bunker, probably.
For sure. They always refer to this warehouse and where they keep the Series 2 boxes. And I'm curious if they have like, it's, some crazy, basement of a bank or something like that. This is like all
They
Gary.
probably do.
All right, last pack magic on this one. Let's go. This is pack number 2. This is the absolute heater right here.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Again,
there's another anthology in 9.
Another
cool.
9.
You got a 9, a 9, 5, and a 10. 9, 9, 5, 10. Not bad, right?
That's great. I think we did great on all 3 of these.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I like it.
Number 52.
I don't know why. I feel like on eBay, maybe there's a different year or something like that. Maybe I enter in because the ones you're showing me, I don't see the pictures for them. Oh, there it is. All right, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, that 9.5 right here. Hold on. Okay, it's up for sale for $39.96 with free shipping.
Okay.
Let's see if
so like 30.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. There it is. What was the number of the first one? 10 something.
102.
102. All right. Let's leave that up. Yeah, it's not here. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a PSA 7. So BS. No comps on that.
Nice.
Yeah, can't comp that. There. Oh, here it is. A PSA 10. Sold for $66.
Oh, nice.
See, with sports cards, a CGC probably won't pull that much, but yeah.
Yeah.
As a 10, you're probably talking like, between 50, 60 at the most, probably more like $50. So there you go. That's solid, dude. That first one is really good.
I might just add it to my collection.
There we
my
go.
Super stickers.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. That's awesome.
That is good stuff.
Good
I don't know, I'm still amazed by the box. That was insane.
Yes. There we
That
go. See? Good
Heat
pulls
after
all
heat
around
after heat after heat.
It's all about.
Wow.
When
Again,
you're pulling
thank you, Megan.
cards. Yeah, there we go, Megan. Megan saying pull the pink box. That's what it's all about.
I'm gonna spray paint the other one. Make it pink.
It's gonna be big. Like I said, I feel like again, out of I've definitely pulled some solid stuff out of pink boxes because I've opened so many at this point, but definitely more like the least amount of bangers come out of pink boxes for me. And it might be a percentage thing because there's for every 10 green boxes, there's 1 pink box. Well,
yeah.
Who knows?
But I think they said that boxes really don't matter. It's just so.
No, they don't.
I mean, the rarity of the box, is.
So that's probably the case.
What goes in there, doesn't matter.
No, we just like to look into that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And speculate and make shit up. So.
Well, if there's less pink boxes, there's going to be more hits. Maybe.
Yeah. That's
there's only
very well
so many.
Very well could be the case right there. That probably is the case.
You double count your hits on the pink ones.
Oh yeah, that's good, man. I love it. Listen, here's the deal. I personally don't want, even if chat wants to do it, or even if you're feeling it, I would say don't open the second one right now. Hold on to it.
I will not. I will hold on to it.
There we go. That's what it's all about. And just do it whenever. You know what I mean?
Next week.
Go. That's fine. Honestly, like my personal opinion is I think we're right now probably at a point where boxes are at its lowest. I don't they could go slightly lower, maybe here and there, but I don't think we're gonna get much lower with the boxes.
No, because Gary is about to raise the prices to $450.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually gonna do that. But either way, he could. But either way, he still stays at $400, but you can go out and get boxes for $300 right now.
Well, I've gotten mine off of eBay for $300 each.
Yeah, there we go. See, it's definitely doable.
So if anybody is worried about eBay boxes,
they're there. We've had some good success in the past 8-12 months on eBay and StockX and stuff like that. So it's great. But I'm just saying, like I said this a couple weeks ago, and Gary got pissed at me. But I said the market settled a little bit, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's great. I think we're sort of seeing this is where things are, and we can hang out here and work deals and flip things and sell things, and it's great. It's great. Yep, that's the way to go. Frodo, good, solid box, above average box, 3 rares. It was a swaggy sea lion. It was a humble hummingbird. There they are, and the curious crane. A good tier 2 pack. with the Focus Falcon, Vibin Vampire 55555 fan, and Hype Horse. And then a bunch of just solid characters all around. Kobe cards were pretty solid. A bunch of the anthology cards. One CGC 10, which we comped on eBay's previous sale. That CGC 10 one, and like a PSA 10 sold for $66 recently. So probably with a CGC and sports card, probably a $55 card. So pretty solid. Not too bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, exactly, man, for sure.
Should we go for it?
I mean, you know the chat's going to be all. My thing is the chat's going to be, of course, yes. If you want to do it, you are more than welcome to do it. But I'm not one to put pressure on people for things.
Well, honestly, I already have like 3 other boxes in my shopping cart on eBay, so they're gonna get bought eventually.
I mean, they're gonna get bought eventually, dude. That's the way I look at it. I look at it that way too. Like, if I have personal boxes, they're gonna get opened at some point.
Yeah.
Right. So like it's just a matter of. I mean, that's like that's the way an addict would talk, obviously.
No, but what's the point of not opening it unless you're trying to hold on to it until
right
they spike in value.
Right. If the goal is to ultimately sell, or to like, oh, I'm going to do something really cool with this 10 years from now when these boxes are like super, super, super hard to find.
Right.
That sort of thing. And I thought about that, but I'm not going to do that because I have the show now. So there's no chance like maybe who knows? Maybe I do have 5 boxes hiding somewhere. I still open everything else. But yeah, I think it all just depends. It all depends. Brodo says, rip the shit. Brodo says, hope to pressure you. Profit says, let's go. Slowpoke says, slow the hell down and save it.
No, I'm going to buy more.
And he's going to buy more. So if that's the case, just freaking rip it. And Mark's here too. So we can bring Mark on and we can all just watch you rip it.
All right. I have to refill my cup.
All right. Boom, there we go. I'm going to bring Mark on right now. Hey, Mark.
Hey,
Mark.
There he is.
You guys hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You honestly, you're going to have look at you with your boom mic and your lighting. I mean, come on, you're the sexiest one here by far.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here. It's I'm on Zoom calls all day long, so I make fun with it now. I just have fun with my background. It's evolved over the years, so
nice.
Yeah.
I like it. What do we oh, hold on. You got to show us around here. What do we got? Show us what you got.
I mean, obviously you can tell, massive Star Wars fan. So I've got a ton of Star Wars gear here. I need to switch to streams. I'm watching myself on Twitch and there's such a delay.
Oh, you can't do that.
So I've got just some cool lights here. They do a bunch of different things. Of course, I've got my.
You can move. You can like adjust them. Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet.
The lights. Well, I can show you here. Like they're called Nano Leaf.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that a projector or is it like within a frame?
It's in a frame. They're like these little sticky lights that connect to an app, so I can change.
Oh, that's
change
cool.
the color here. So like, I can do all sorts of stuff. If I had music playing right now, they could like pulse to the music.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're just a lot of fun. Yeah, and then of course I've got my Black Series helmets here. Bo-Katan,
those look pretty good right there.
Mando, yeah, Boba Fett, which is cool. Of course, I've got the Legos. I've got a little bit of VeeFriends stuff. You can see Common Sense Cow.
There it is.
Genuine Giraffe. And then tons of Funko Pops. There's a lot of stuff you also can't see here, but yeah, it's growing and evolving over time.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Uh-oh. Aspire sees grizzlies. Does he smell grizzlies? By the way, Justin, before the stream started, I pulled out these because I knew I have my son has all my pins upstairs, so I have some grizzlies for you, Justin. I got some grizzlies for you. Oh, sorry, there's 4 in there actually. Anyway, nice. I like it, man. I might have to get your advice because I got a free Funko Pop case from Vaulted, and I don't have a single one. So I was like, what is the perfect Batman Funko Pop I should get to put into that case? Because I'm a huge Batman fan. So if I'm going to have one on display, it has to be Batman. Unless they make a Brave Bison one someday. So we'll see. So mull that over, Mark. Mull that over, and we'll get there. We'll get there. I like it. Oh yeah, definitely some iBen kind art. I got mine on I have a little shelf No, actually, you say more stuff you can see. I have a little shelf like over here. Hold on. Actually, let me pull this up. That is like my organization shelf. Right there. There's my Ben art right there. Some other stuff. My Series 1 boxes. So got to get that Ben kind art up there for sure. What it's all about. All right, sorry. Let's get rid of that.
So cool.
You know what I think would be fun? Let's do this if you guys are cool with it. So Mark, you and me, and obviously cool guy, if you want to, you can stay in here for the next 2 hours if you want. I don't stay as long as you want. We're going to go over some cards, some potential cards for grading and stuff like that. What I'd like to do is kind of just kind of stream, like go through this like quick. Yep. We'll do it right now. We'll kind of run through sort of my and ask questions. And chat ask questions too. I'm kind of run through. This is instantly enough. Talking about how to do things with cards is how I started to kind of get a little bit of a name for myself in VeeFriends. So when the VeeFriends cards first started coming out, excuse me, I realized that there were a lot of people starting to collect cards that had never collected cards in their life. So they would like post a video and they'd be just like manhandling the cards and they'd be like just tossing, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to throw some videos out there about, hey, here's the products you should get. Here's how you do it, so on and so forth. And those kind of got, I think VeeFriends retweeted those a couple of times. It was pretty sweet. Also, real quick, Nacho, you asked a question about season 1 boxes. What do you mean by like the series 1 boxes? They went out as an auction and they went out for like I think there was like $21.50 or $21.65 or that range is what they ended up selling for in those first 800 that went out to the public whenever they came out 2 years ago. If that's what the question is. All right, cool. Yeah, so 21 something or other. 21. Oh, there we go. 21.50. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let me run through this. Cards. Let's start off initially with. We'll go over buying, selling, and trading in a second, but just protection in general. All right. So if you don't have penny sleeves and top loaders, get penny sleeves and top loaders. We're going to share screen. Super easy to find. Just go to go to Amazon. My favorite are Ultra Pro, but there's a whole bunch of different, like Cardboard Gold is a great product. When it comes to penny sleeve, there's a lot of different variations of them, and there's a lot of different thicknesses of them too. Like I've gotten penny sleeves at Target where it's like really hard and challenging to get the card into the sleeve, and I recommend going with something that's a lot more, flimsy, if you will. The easier it is to get in, the easier it is to sort of hold on. Can I do? How come? Oh, there we go. There we go. The easier it is to get the card in there, the easier it is to sort of like collect stuff. So yeah, the other thing you want to avoid is getting something too big. So for example, Alexander on Monday had a couple penny sleeves that were way too big for the cards. So you want to make sure you're getting the right size. So if you just go to here, I actually went to ultrapro.com. If you just go and get your 2.5 by 3.5 sort of basic penny sleeves, you can go into Amazon and get like thousands of these for incredibly cheap, or pretty much any game shop or anything like that. So 100% go before you open cards or do anything like that, whether it be VeeFriends cards or anything like that, go get a bunch of penny sleeves and then also go get a bunch of top loaders as well. Top loaders, same thing. You're looking for 2.5 by 3.5 or 3 by 4. I think that's probably the more specific ones you're gonna get. I think it's 3 by 4. Yeah, 3 by 4. Again, you can go on Amazon and you can get a whole slew of these things, but these are a little bit more sturdy. And the way you want to store your cards, you basically want to throw them into a penny sleeve and then into your top loader. That's how you should store your cards, in my personal opinion. There are other cool cases. Let's get rid of this for a second. Like the One Touch. So you can see my awesome, strong silverback card made by Bar Locker. Is in a One Touch, and this is a magnetic case. It just pops open like so. And there's like a little indented area you can put your card, and then these little notches, they click in and they magnetize to the top right there. These are great. They're good. If your card is even slightly miscut, though, it might move around a lot in here. And it has to be raw in there. You can't put a penny sleeve in there. Some people, one of the guys that I used to watch all the time, what he would do, and I don't like this because it moves around a lot too, but he would do this all the time, is he would put your card in there, and then he would put a penny sleeve on top of it, like this. And then he'd put the magnetic part on top, just as added protection. I've found that doesn't really work very well with VeeFriends cards personally. So don't do that. When it comes to these bad boys, the Card Saver 1 is what everybody calls them. These, I used these a bunch when I ran out of top loaders and I didn't feel like buying them, and I had a whole slew of these, so I used them. Personally, this is my personal opinion. These are only good for grading, getting things graded. So most, like PSA, they more or less require you to send your cards in a Card Saver 1. CGC does not, and it doesn't look like CGC really penalizes you if you did send them in a different way. But highly, highly, highly recommended. If you're going to send your cards in for grading, I'll go over this when me and Mark do some stuff, is get Card Saver 1s. I end up from someone in the community, and I forget his name, and I feel crappy that I forget his name, but he made a bunch of they're called Hobby Shield, and I have a ton of boxes of these things, and I love them. They're a little bit bigger than Card Saver 1s, just ever so slightly, and I find it to be a little bit easier to put the cards in. So I have a slew of those. So check those out. If I can find his name, I'll link him up on my Twitter and stuff like that. But they were great too. So, and again, same thing as with the top loaders. I put them in penny sleeves, and then put them into the Card Saver 1. Mark, do you have Card Saver 1s on you?
I have one from a card that I bought from eBay.
All right, nice. So again, I would say, like, you know, we'll go over the process of sort of looking at your cards today. But when it comes to actually sending them in, I would recommend just, you know, either ordering them online or going to a card shop or something like that and getting some. So that's anyway. So that's your protection of cards. All right, the shipping of cards. So before I got really, really, really into the stuff with my show, I used to take the Series 2 boxes and I would cut them up. I would sit while I was either while I was like doing a community break or something like that. Like I was sitting here while cool guys were opening his box, and I would just be sitting there scissoring apart all my boxes and creating these little cardboard triangles to ship my stuff. Since then, I went with these hobby armor things. There's a whole bunch of different variations of these on Amazon or elsewhere. And I like these because they have the little slightly rounded edges, and it's way easier to put into bubble mailers. So the way I go about all this stuff, and I strongly recommend this whole process if you can. And if you can't, I'm going to tell you is to get a team bag. That's what these are called, team bags. You can, again, get these on Amazon for super cheap. You get like 100 or 500 of them for super, super cheap. It's basically just a little tiny bag. You would take your card or cards. If you've ever received a shipment from me, pretty much everything comes in a team bag. You slip that card into a team bag. You take off the little cover over the goopy stuff, over the sticky stuff. You fold it over and bam. Then what's going to happen? The reason you're doing this is, one, protecting anything from scratches, and two, making sure if things are moving around, the card doesn't slip out of the top loader. The other thing you do if you don't have team bags, and this is what I did back in the day, is to get a little piece of painter's tape. Do not use Scotch tape. I cannot stress this enough. If you use Scotch tape, you're going to ruin the top loader, and it's annoying as all hell. Is take a little piece of painter's tape and just throw that over the top. And all that's going to do is protect the card from coming out, sliding out. I've gotten countless cards from eBay where the card is sticking out of the top loader. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I've been really, really lucky where it hasn't been ruined, but I know tons and tons of people where the card is completely ruined because nobody did this action. So I highly, highly recommend that. If you see my beautifully cut painter's tape, the reason is because I'm now a serious seller. I got this. A painter's tape dispenser. It is the greatest thing on the face of the planet. So if you ship a lot, go get one of those for like $12 on Amazon. It's amazing. So anyway, my process, I go into the team bag. It gets all secured in there so it doesn't slide around. I take my hobby shield. A lot of the times I actually go, because the hobby shield, I don't know if you can tell, but it's slightly bent inward towards the written side. So a lot of the times, if I don't have a lot of cards, I actually do it this way because I don't like the idea of sort of force bending the cardboard around my top loader. Again, this is just me being, I don't know. That might mean nothing, but it's something I think about. This almost like hugs the card a little bit better when I do it this way. Then you take painter's tape again. For this, it doesn't really matter, but painter's tape is way easier to take apart. So I highly recommend if you're shipping stuff, get painter's tape or masking tape, not masking tape, whatever the stuff is called. Just don't use Scotch tape. Like, it's so annoying to deal with. So you painter's tape around all four sides, like so. To me, this is more than enough. This is actually way more than what CMEG. This is way more than what VeeFriends even does. Like VeeFriends just throws your cars into a team bag and tosses it into a bubble mailer. That's not super protected. So to me, this is enough. If you want to go all out, you would go get some like a little bit of bubble wrap. This is actually really cool. It's like a bubble wrap bag, and you can wrap that bag up like so. That's up to you. I think a top loader in a team bag and then into cardboard is more than enough. You then get your bubble mailer and you toss it in there and you ship. That's shipping. So there's protection and shipping. Boom. What else? What else we got? For VeeFriends cards, I'm going to just throw this out there. For those of you who don't know, the community is super, 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 super small. The best thing to do, on all honesty, if you want to start collecting, yes, check eBay on a regular basis. Yes. But if you have the patience for it and the time for it, and as you get more and more into it, I will tell you from personal experience, if you enjoy negotiating and talking to people face to face, off eBay, you're going to get better deals, always. And the reason is you're saving on fees, which is huge. Sellers are definitely going to want to save on fees. And two, you have the ability to negotiate. It's much harder to negotiate when you're on eBay, for sure, because people can just avoid that sort of stuff. Discord is good. You can also go in, right? They started that marketplace in there, and you can read reviews on people. You can also just ask, hey, who vouches for this person? And Twitter is okay too. Again, because our community is so small. So it's really easy to find stuff. What I wanted to do, I think one of the best things you can do is find someone you trust as a resource for pricing things. So I can't tell you the amount of DMs or text messages or emails or something like that I receive on a day-to-day basis of people saying, hey, is this a good trade? Or, hey, is this a good deal on this card? Or, hey, what would you value this at? Because somebody's in the middle of a negotiation or whatever it is. I personally have my number one go-to guy is Blue Collar. Blue Collar and me, we talk almost daily about like, hey, what do you think this would be? What do you think this price is? Do you think this is a good trade? Whatever it might be. You can obviously go to eBay, click on it. Like, I was just doing this with Cool Guy, right? I went on to eBay and oops, hold on. Here we go. You go to eBay. You go to let's go VeeFriends Brave Bison, right? I even have that as like a saved. There it is. See, it's like a saved thing, a saved search. Yep, there we go. And then you scroll down. You can do this on your phone by clicking a filter on the computer. You scroll down and hit sold items, and then you have a good gauge as to what things sold for. That's crazy. $3.99 plus $1 shipping. Gulp pins. Damn, look at all those gulp pins. That probably was me buying that. Who knows? That was definitely not me buying that. Very rare because that was wild. That was probably me on the Series 1. But anyway, so that's where you can kind of get a decent gauge. The other thing you can do is go to this website, 130point.com. It's literally just spelled out 130point.com. You just go to the marketplace and you do the same exact thing. You just type in. And this is good because if you've ever been on eBay and you see a previously sold crossed out, it means some deal was figured out. I don't even know what the technical aspect of it was. Some deal was sort of worked out privately, and
either the deal was worked out or best offer was accepted.
Perfect. Yeah. So then you can go here and you'll see the actual price. It won't go back forever unless you I don't know if you can actually search that. But anyway, so this is another good resource. So I use eBay in that. Obviously, there is the Ludex app. I found for VeeFriends cards that it's way too vague. Honestly, that is the nature of the market with these things. Like, yes, you can sell a core card for $1. You can sell a core card for $6. And the same thing with rares. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, what's a good price for this?" I say it's going to be a range. If it's a rare, let's say a rare, what do I have right in front of me? Let's say a rare Willful Wizard. That's a solid card. That's going to be anywhere between $35 and $75, which is a stupid range, but it's the range based on the level of effort you're willing to put into it. That's sort of what it is. So, like, if you're willing to negotiate and push, if you're trying to sell, you're going to sell for higher. If you're willing to negotiate and push and you're the buyer, you're going to be able to buy for lower. If you just want to get the card, it's going to be on the higher end. If you're willing to push and negotiate a while, you're probably going to be able to push it down on the lower end. And that's what we see within this market. And that's also the case in all markets: Pokemon cards, baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, wrestling, whatever it is. And I'm sure all collectibles too. There's going to be a decent range just because it's so much is done privately. That's just the nature of it. So when buying and selling, I think posting stuff up onto Discord is huge. If you really want to sell stuff, I recommend, like the guy did today with his huge collection, post it on Twitter, tag VeeFriends and VeeFriends cards. And if you know someone in the VeeFriends community, tag them too, and then post it up on Discord as well. A lot of people, like myself included, I'm going to see it on Twitter before I see it on Discord because I don't actually go on Discord very much. And that's so if you're really trying to get stuff out there and try to sell, that's usually your best thing to do. Yeah, this is interesting. Not interesting. I messed around with Ludex early on. I just stopped. I put a bunch of my cards up there just to have them up there. I haven't looked at it in months. So yeah, it's definitely like a self-learning type of thing. But anyway, I think eBay, in the end, in sports cards, there's a lot of different places people go. People go to like marketmovers.com or whatever it is, this app that Sports Card Investor started. And it's a great app that tells you all sorts of crazy details, but they're just using data they found from eBay. So like in the end, eBay is like the number one.
eBay, right. Even Ludex does the same thing. Yeah, they're using data from eBay. So
everything is just pulling from eBay. So you might as well just go to the source. And it's super easy to find too. It's super easy to find. So that's buying and selling. Trading, the same thing. Again, I think the number one thing you can do is, if you're interested in trading and if you're unsure, is to find someone you trust in the community. I'm more than happy to help out when I can. Blue Collar's a great guy. People who I find to be very fair, people like Big Dave, are really good people, or resources to sort of understand where price points are, and reaching out to someone like him. Like those are people that's more if you're looking to trade and sort of communicate with someone who's going to be very straightforward and honest with you about what a good price is on something. So that's a good option for sure as well. I talked about playing the game. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later. I just wanted to touch on some of the other stuff before we get to grading, which is sort of displaying your cards. So my number one resource, and I know this has gotten really big in VeeFriends, and deservedly so, is the vaulted stuff. Tons and tons of companies make these sort of things. Vaulted is very late to the scene in terms of displays and stuff. I mean, like anybody who collects knows this. There's been, these. Oh, my smaller one was stolen by my son. But these, if you go to any sort of card show, every single freaking 12-year-old kid is walking around with a massive with all their things. Ludex obviously marketed theirs by having this display, which is really cool. That is definitely something that they did that. I don't think they're the only people who have done it, but they definitely made this popular now. And it is attractive because of this little display that they have going on. That's really cool. And the fact that you can customize things. That's also a really neat thing that Ludex does. What am I talking about? That Vaulted does. But there's a lot of cool options out there. And it's also a great way to sort of like store. I decided to put this is all my Bison cards. I haven't shown this. Should I show everybody my Bison collection? Hold on. I haven't done this in forever. I'm not going to show more specifics of them, but these are my favorite of my Bison cards. I have the insert. Whoops, the insert has a 10. I have the two autos, the 2 101 autos. This one is a PSA 10 auto 9. This one is a PSA 9, and this is a crazy story. A guy pulled this really, really early on, like really early on. And him and I got to talking. He lives in Sacramento. We sort of became friends, but we also like shit talked each other because he was like, it's a $5,000 card. And I was like, there's just go jump off a cliff. It's not a $5,000 card. Like no chance. But he just would not budge. He just wouldn't budge. He ended up, that was raw. He ended up grading it. He was like, it's going to be a 10. It's going to be a 10. I was like, whatever, man. It graded a 9. He came back. He was like, $3,000. I was like, it's not a $3,000 card. Like these cards are selling for like maybe $1,000. Like, what are you talking about? And this is, 2 years ago. And he ended up selling it, I think, for like $1,500. Not to me, go figure. And then I think I ended up buying it for like, I don't know, $1,000 or $1,200 or something like that from the guy who bought it from him. So eventually it got into my hands. So I'm super happy. This one was pack pulled by some dude who won a pack in off Fanatics, and he pulled it. He's not a VeeFriends guy. He posted it up. Him and I got to talking, and I bought it from him. Graded a PSA 6. I cross-graded it, and it graded a CGC 8.5. So, yeah.
Wow.
People criticize, there's a whole bunch of PSA maxis or CGC haters who criticize CGC for that exact thing. That being said, I've seen the same exact thing happen with PSA. So they all suck and they're all wonderful. You put it that way. So, and then people are like, well, go to tag because it's all, computers and stuff like that. I bought a tag 10 and I personally wouldn't have assessed it as a 10. So in my opinion, it's flawed as well. There, here's all my bison. We got like an entire row of CGC or PSA 10s, all the way down to my Series 1s. We have I think I have 2 epics. And the one thing I won't talk about is how many rare Brave Bison I own. Or what my goal is. They're not all graded. I have a whole bunch of non-graded. Here.
Are you trying to collect every single Bison card?
There's my non-graded Bison, and then I have a whole bunch of cores. I don't really collect the cores, but I'll pick them up when I can. I don't really care too much. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to collect every single one. I also know there's a couple guys who really like Bison. Brandon Schwartz is a Bison guy. You'll see him every now and then in Discord, kind of being like, I'm collecting Bison. I really like him. He's an awesome dude. He's really the only other Bison guy who's like wanting certain things, and I will help him find the ones he's looking for. So like if an epic Bison gets pulled, like one got pulled on Fanatics the other day, I will help Brandon source that Bison and get it for himself. Like I don't need that. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. So displays. If you're like traveling with your cards, I cannot recommend getting something like this enough. They're really, really, really heavy duty. The cards stay really secure inside of them. If you're really serious, you can lock it. If you have really high value cards, so I strongly recommend that. If you're not traveling a whole bunch, you can get, and you want to display things like this. There's another vaulted item, which is really cool. It's super lightweight. Eventually, these are going to get hung up. That's one thing. You can also just go out and get all sorts of stands. Like we've obviously seen the VeeFriends stands that they do. These cool stands. And what's neat about these is they're adjustable. If nobody has them, you kind of unscrew this and they can move back and forth. If you want to be cool, you can just go to standup.com or standupdisplays.com and make your own. Maybe there's going to be a Courage Show stands very soon. Who knows? We'll see. If you don't want to spend $25 on a stand, you can go and get things like this for I don't know, 5 cents a piece, and they work perfectly great. They do stuff like this tends to get knocked over really easily. I got a whole bunch of these things, which I was really happy about, and then I can't stand them anymore. And they're these this part like adjusts depending on what it is, and you can like adjust the angle of it. But it's
how much was that?
Not like a bag of 10 was like $250.
Wow.
So it's not. I mean, they're super cheap,
but
they were kind of cool because you can again, depending on, I can go at I can do like an angle, or if they'll hold a slab really well, or they'll hold a top loaded card. really well just because of the angle of it. The problem is it's really hard to sort of get it to stick into one spot. So F these things. And there's a lot of other different stands out there. So there's a ton of stand companies and display companies and things like that. As Mark, I'm sure, with your Funko Pops, anybody who collects things, there's a lot of different cool displays and stuff like that out there. When it comes to storage, I don't even know if I can pull one of these out because they're filled with cards. Any sort of cardboard box, and you can get these on Amazon for just nothing. Any sort of cardboard box action is a great option. There's a bunch of baseball cards in here. And then they obviously make those 5,000 count boxes. Oh, I can just do this here. And I'm a huge fan of these. I have a whole bunch of these for baseball cards, which are these things. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Yeah, there they are down there. Those white boxes.
Oh.
So one of those is baseball cards. The other one is Lorcana cards and Star Wars cards. And then I have one of them over there on my desk. You can see it right there under my hats. Those are all my VeeFriends cards. So I have them all penny sleeved. So I penny sleeve all my cards, every single one, and then I top load sort of like the higher value. Like all my rare cards and stuff are all top loaded. All my foils are top loaded. Those are all rares.
Oh.
Stuff like that. So these all go into mystery packs. So that's sort of the process of that sort of thing. And then lastly, with all this stuff is grading and that whole process, because then you can get, and I could not stress grading enough, because then you get them into these awesome slabs. If you really want to hold on to them forever, I also recommend getting, same as a team bag, you can basically get them for slabs. PSA and sometimes CGC have slightly thicker slabs, so you'd have to go get different sizes of these to make sure they fit. I like them because it just protects the slab as well, and they look kind of cool. But yeah, if you plan to collect your cards for a long time and hold on to some cards, my personal recommendation to people, they're like, what should I do? Get them graded. It's awesome. It's awesome. They look cooler. They display better. They'll never, ever, ever change in terms of their like I was talking with a cool guy earlier about getting the top loader binder. You have a risk. If they're in the slabs, the only risk is, a kid deciding to chuck it into a wall, or you running over it with your chair or something like that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's going to be protected for good. So strongly recommended. PR, have a good one, buddy. All right, cool. That's all that junk. What do we want to do? DJ, you want to open another one? What do you want to do? Yeah, yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's do it. All right, let's do this. We're going to do another series 2. And then Mark, we'll go through your cards.
Yeah.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
All right, we'll move quicker. We'll move quicker on this one. Here. Here. Feels heavy. Good.
Oh, let's go. It feels heavy. 5 layers, 5 foils.
5 would be great. I wonder if there's a secret box somewhere that has 5.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I've never seen. There was some guy a long time ago who said, "Oh, I had all my boxes had 4 or more." I was like, "You are just lying. You're just lying."
Yeah, some people like to go.
Yeah, they do. Ooh, we got a 72. Nice. The heart trooper.
Oh, always a good one.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like it. Very nice.
Nice.
Rookie card.
Just in time for the season.
Beautiful. Another loyal lobster.
Yes. All right. All right. Good start. Good start.
I like to see. Yeah, I like it. Heart Trooper's good. Heart Trooper's so good. Heart Trooper is so good. One.
When you live for the validation, you're not really living.
I like that one a lot.
That's a good one. And the Heart Trooper, always fan favorite.
Yeah, for sure, it's a fan favorite. It'll be big. That's going to grow and big. It's going to continue to grow.
Pack
All
2.
right, what do we got?
Let's see. Yes.
Ooh, there we
Rhino's
go.
always good.
Rhino in the house, good. Ooh, YOLO Yak. Blue color likes that character. I don't know. Ooh, the offense-oriented orangutan. You were just like crushing it with like 65. Seriously, you've gotten so many. There we go.
Wow.
That's a definitely needed card in your deck for if you're playing.
Nice. All right, now we're gonna be on fire.
If you have a rare or very rare, that's what you need. That.
Let's see. Yeah. Yolak, look. Why do you look so mean?
He's like, let's just do it, man. Why not? Just go for it. That's what it's
Looks
all
like
about.
looks like he went for it and he's regretting it.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like, maybe don't YOLO, maybe try twice.
Oh, good.
All right, pack number 3.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay, I was like, is that another hype horse? No, okay. Mature Mule. Nice. Another angel. One. Ambitious in the hat.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Where's CGC?
There we go.
Where's CGC? Oh,
Noble
nice.
Numbats.
I mean,
Cardi,
again,
first box was pretty solid. First box, the biggest core was a Focus Falcon, also a Vibrant Vampire, and the Hype Horse. And then the rares were a Swaggy Sea Lion, a Humble Hummingbird, and a Curious Crane. Those are the 3 foil box. So solid first box. I can't believe I remember that sort of stuff.
What do you dream about, VeeFriends?
You know what? Weird. I like go to bed thinking about different things with VeeFriends, but I don't recall ever actually dreaming about VeeFriends. I'm sure my dreams are like have deeper meanings to them and stuff like that, but it's because also I have my whole other side of like being a dad and fitness, right? Like
right.
So weirdly, the majority of my day is in fitness. I'm probably thinking more about VeeFriends stuff, but like I'm
while doing dad stuff.
I'm doing more dad and fitness stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. The Wild Wallaby. Ooh.
Okay.
Wily Wild War, a couple W's in there. The Wily and Wild. Gifted Gopher.
Let's go. Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, solid pack.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good cards,
Yeah, they are. There was a long time ago, there was a sort of running joke within the very small card community that we had when I was first doing streams, where like every single time anything came up, I was like, "Oh, that's a great character! Oh, that's a great character!" It was like this running joke. What's up, GT? This is running joke about sort of the way that was just, I think that's where the whole thing of like Tom being this like bitter, angry guy, me being this like happy-go-lucky guy came from, which is funny because it's not really the case. But just because Tom would like pull a card and be like, shit. And I'd be like, oh, I like that character. That's a cool character. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, all right.
Most likely in a split, this will be your good pack. Oh, and a foil too.
Ooh.
Here we go. Oh, the squirrel and the chipmunk. Nice. Yeah, we got squirrels and chipmunks living in my garage. We gotta deal with that. And very nice. Yeah, that's a good pack.
Nice.
I'm
a Leo, so that's my card right there.
I love it. Let's go.
All right, we'll go back to this. All right,
go.
what we got here?
Oh, 50. Oh, the baseball one. Go baseball.
Wow.
Go baseball.
Yes, that's a good one.
I'm so curious about this.
Me too.
Why did he pick
so odd?
It's obviously the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. It's obvious has to do something with birds. Like, where did this come from? And he's never talked about it. He
doesn't say anything about it. It's a very curious card.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a message like all the other ones. It doesn't have a positive, like it's just Toronto and St. Louis.
Toronto and St. Louis. Yeah, it's such a weird character. And like it's not just like, hey, here's a shout out to baseball. Nope, it's specifically these two teams.
Hold on to this.
There we go.
Top loader action.
That's good.
Here, logical mind.
Oh yeah. Sweet. I mean, maybe Mark. I don't know.
Like they must mean, those locations must mean something to him, right?
Yeah, but also why then baseball? Like that's the other thing. I don't know Gary to be a baseball guy. He's not a baseball fan.
Right.
He is football and basketball like crazy. The logo thing, no. I mean, you're talking about like the
Caterpillar capable.
That was talked about a long time ago. Like that was, I mean, I forget when, but I mean, it's been a while since he talked about that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep bugging. You know, the thing to do is when Rips is in his phase of like coming on shows, is just push him.
Just push him.
Push him.
Ask the questions.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to answer.
Trying to get him in trouble. That's what it's all about. Warm Wolverine. There we go. Oh, another foil.
Ooh. That looked like a very rare.
It always does, man.
Oh, the pigeon. There you go.
That's a top 10 for me. I love the character. Perspective. It's all about perspective. I like that one. Creative
nice.
one.
Back to this, and now
here we go. Is it a very rare? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Nice. Oh,
wow. Clownfish. Very nice. Sweet.
That's a good one.
Look at you pulling the very rares. The Nemo.
Wow. Oh my God, it looks a lot better in person, actually.
The orange really hits. Like
the orange hits together with the orange fish. It's.
Oh man, I hope you get an epic in this too, because that's not uncommon. Getting a rare, a very rare, and an epic together. I
will be down. I would not complain at all.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. Let's make that happen. Let's go ahead and make that happen.
So far, my 3 eBay boxes are great. If anybody's still worried about the quality of eBay boxes,
yeah, we've been good. Honestly, Carney, if you're still in here, the last time I've actually seen a scam box was with John Carney on my show. Like that was well over a year ago.
Was just a box of cores?
Yeah, it was a box of cores. Except he did get a perfect Persian cat, so it didn't really.
Well, then
it's kind of fun.
I guess still worth it.
Yeah, still worth it at the end. So, and that's back when like Persian cat was selling for like $300, maybe even more. So you probably
still
bought
the complaint.
So it was. But let's go poker with the gifted sub, or no, just the sub himself.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Oh, interesting poker. That's interesting. Huh? Yeah, is he not allowed to say that? How come that didn't come out? StockX, that's what it was from Carney, yeah. But then again, I've seen a handful of people get StockX and do great. Somebody pulled on my show not too long ago, a few months ago, had a StockX box and pulled a spec.
I was shopping there next.
Yeah. Conviction cockroach. Okay. I'm a fan of conviction, but man, those eyes Gary loves them. It doesn't. Nice. Right. Dolphin. Couple dolphin maxis out there. Turn
tick. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. Joe Chinchilla. Spoke about this chubster earlier.
Chubster.
So chunky.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that card.
I do like the characters with the signatures on them.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see how those made. They obviously talked about that more, putting them in the the 5s and the signatures. Gary's hyped that up like crazy early on, like crazy. And then they made that they changed the metadata, which I don't even know what that means really. But and then I can see little tiny utilities with it. Like
I think more of a collector's thing, just because they have Gary's signature.
Yeah, I think so too. Here's my question to you, Pete. When you take pictures with VeeFriends people, or if you take a picture with Gary, do you put up the fives with your hand or not?
Well, yeah, but I was holding my 101 signed Fox super sticker.
All right, that's pretty something. Yeah.
But Gary had his 5 up. see.
Eager Eagle.
Eager Eagle, always a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's another proactive piranha.
More fish out here.
Bite. There it is. There's the caterpillar. Yeah. Nice. There's a swaggy.
Nice.
There's a swaggy to go along with it.
I'm gonna have to go buy that NFT, I swear.
Just go do it.
It's calling my name.
There we go. All 251.
Eager Eagle.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go. I probably go on like I don't know, not every day, maybe once every other day as I go on to OpenSea and just kind of like peruse through.
5 times a day.
5 times a day. There was definitely a period where I did that. Yo, there's Daweed. Dude, we were just talking about you, man. Oh my goodness. Daweed, we were talking earlier on the show about people who have like insane hit rates, and you were always in a story of one that gets them. Oh, that's awesome. What's up, buddy? Oh, look at that. Poker Pros gifted cool guy to know a sub to my show. Let's go.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go, Poker. Of course it was good, Daweed. How can anybody ever say anything bad about you, man? Joyous jellyfish. There's the 97.
There's again.
There's 97. Let's go, Carney and Megan.
And another fish.
Barracuda.
Warning me today. I talked smack earlier.
I know. I hate fish. Well, too bad. You're going to get pulled nothing but fish.
Here's all of them.
We'll have all.
Mark, good question. I don't think so. Well, actually, we can figure he's 21. So what's the math on that? No. He was born in like 2002. There was speculation a while ago because at a basketball game, Gary was sitting next to, I guess, his son, and looked kind of similar, like had some similar qualities. But I don't know if it was a son because I've met it. He has 2 kids though, so I don't know. Oh, Connor was 97. I don't think that has anything to do with them because I also don't think Conman was even working for them at the time. There's a cynical cat. The cynical cat's about to blow up, in my opinion. The comic book coming out and stuff like that. Zebra.
Zebra.
Zebra has gotten has never mentioned. And there's your honest honeybee.
And another honeybee.
Here we go. Somebody picked up that sleeping bison. I didn't even notice it.
I saw that earlier. I was like, okay.
I was thinking maybe it would be cool to get like one of each pose, but I don't like why. Why? I don't want to spend money.
I mean, just to collect them when you have the disposable income.
Yeah.
The thing is, the prices are so low right now.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of
you almost can't pass it up.
I mean, that's why I jumped on the hot shit hornet. My daughter loves saying hot shit hornet.
Wow.
Let's go.
Getting all the Halloween characters.
Yeah, we got some good Jolly Jacko stuff from short. There we go. There's
nice.
Nets. Yeah, scuba. Oh, boom.
Oh, wow.
The Entrepreneur Elf. I like that one a lot.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right. Another beautiful pack.
Hell yeah, let's go. I'm loving it. I'm
2 to go.
Come on, Epic. Let's do it. Let's see something shiny. Oh, there's your praying mantis, your rookie. Oh, I can't tell if that's shiny or not. The quick quail.
Oh, nice.
There is something shiny in there, no? Or is that just the light hitting it? Yes, it's shiny.
Oh.
It's not Epic.
Wait, no, there's no. Wait, is it the last card?
No, it's the second one.
Card?
Yeah, no, it's the second one. Yeah. Oh, damn! Oh, let's go!
Oh.
That's a wonderful card. Hell yeah, man! That's a big one. The Kind Warrior Rare. Let's go. What serial force? Yeah, the Secure Sparrow. That's
cute.
A great one.
But wow,
Kind Warrior is that's top 10 for me. I'd probably top 10 characters. I think it's pretty arguable top 10 character in general.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. 460 out of 500.
Let's go. That's great. Hell yeah!
Wow, man. Another 3.
Great. Yeah, seriously, 2 great boxes you've been able to pull.
I'm telling you guys, these eBay boxes, they're rigged for you.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say easily a large percentage of the boxes I've pulled in my life the huge percentage of the boxes I pulled for myself have been two rare boxes.
Well, thank you for taking those off the market so I can get these.
Happy to help you beautiful people out. Yep.
Yeah, all 3 of my eBay boxes had 3 shinies in there. So
there we go. That's so good.
This one might have 4.
Oh my gosh. I've seen that happen 3 times.
Last pack magic.
Let's go. Boom.
Okay.
Gracious grasshopper.
Very gracious.
You want the Grateful Gar? We got some
Grateful. See?
Gars left
the last
and right.
card. It's going to be the last card. It's going to be killer.
Yeah. Ooh, there's the red feet. Let's ask Gary why.
Do we have a black cat?
No.
Stun Sun.
Beautiful. Awesome.
What a way to finish it.
Awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
I like it, man. 2 solid boxes all around. That's fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Insane.
Good to see. Yeah, that kind of warrior. Even though that you got a very rare, the kind of warrior is the hit of the night for you, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
That's great.
Wow.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
I wish I had more boxes.
I mean, you're about to get more boxes, so
yeah, I'm about to go shopping.
Your wish shall be granted.
But still, seriously, 3 per box is great.
Yeah,
I have absolutely 0 complaints. Not to mention the pig box was just hit after hit after hit.
Pumped up for you right there, man. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Good to see.
Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you, chat.
Big Dave. Big Dave is a stunned sun fan. Say that 10 times fast. The other guy.
Yeah, missed these earlier.
That 10 is a good one. AJ Vaynerchuk is also a stunned Sun fan. Yeah, that 10 is a solid one for sure. Nice, man. Nice all around. Nice all around. I like it. You are welcome anytime. You can rip as many boxes as you want. I was saying this is what my show used to be. So like I would do like box breaks, but the majority of the time I titled my show the VeeFriends Community Night. And it was just bringing people on. We'd talk about VeeFriends and talk about life and open boxes. That's what we did. I probably had like 30, 40 shows where that's just what we did. So I like it's having Alexander on, having you on, doing this sort of stuff. I love doing this. So to me, this is what it's all about.
We'll definitely do it again as soon as more boxes arrive.
Yes. I like
next week.
like tomorrow.
Let's see how fast they can ship them.
Yeah, I like it, man. They're out there. Keep hunting eBay. Keep hunting Discord. They're out there. Awesome. Just go get them. Sweet. All right, let's do this.
Thank you so much,
dude. Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to hang on, if you want to hang on in here, you can. If you want to head out, it's totally up to you.
I'll hang out for a few. I'll put this away, but then I need to go get dinner before I starve.
For sure. I got you. All right. Well, Mark. Let's do this, baby. All right, so here's what we're doing, everybody. So Mark wants to do a CGC submission. Let me ask you this. Did you consider anything else? Did you consider PSA, SGC, anything like that? Or you're just like, it's VeeFriends do CGC?
Yeah, I mean, the amount of CGC graded cards I already have that I've gotten from Fanatics, VCon, might as well stick with it. Like, and I know PSA is probably where it's at for sports cards, but I think that the majority of the VeeFriends community is all in on CGC.
I think you are spot on with that. That's something I've always said, and I agree with that. Yes, when in the overall trading card market, PSA will pull higher value. So yeah, we'll pull the higher value. What's up, Biceps? We just did a whole bunch of stuff, dude. But right now we're gonna do some CGC stuff, some submission stuff. But yes, I agree that and that's something I've seen over and over and over again. If I have a Heart Trooper PSA 10 core and a Heart Trooper CGC 10 core, they're both going to sell for practically the same price.
Yeah.
And in sports cards, that is not the case.
Yeah.
That's why I just said with Cool Guys Kobe, he had the PSA 10 sold for 66. He would not get 66 with a PSA 10, with a CGC 10. He'll get 50 or 55, which isn't crazy, but that's a big difference in that range. But if this at a PSA 10 was $20 it would be $20 as a C2C10 as well. So who cares?
And I also personally don't like how the PSA cards look like they're from Microsoft Word. Like the top piece looks like it was from Microsoft Word. Like it just feels so flat and basic. Like
I agree with you. There's something. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Yeah. But there you go. So I'm there. Hold on, Alex Bo. Mark, show us his shelf display. It looks interesting.
there's a lot on here.
There's a lot going on back there.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out how to do it another time when I've got my hand cam because I'm on my webcam, but there's tons of Funko Pops. I grew up loving Star Wars. I'm a massive Star Wars collector. I've had to try to keep my niche down to just Star Wars for Funko Pops because I'm not trying to go wild on Funko Pops. I have a few Marvel ones, but nothing of crazy value, I'd say. They're just like stuff that I really love, and then I have just some random alcohol that's back there. And
to you, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
To you, that's all that matters. I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I was saying earlier in the chat, I really wish VeeFriends made the card sleeves like Lorcana does. I'm sure you've seen these, Josh.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're so cool.
So there's a lot of stuff. I just wish this would be my wish that I could like consult with VeeFriends because I also just want to know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Right. Like the decision to make cards, the gameplay cards with pointed corner edges. There are. This was out in I think it was in Twitter not too long ago, like maybe last week. Is there a single trading card game that has hard corner edges? No. I mean, maybe, but not of like the top 50 popular games. They're all rounded edges. So why make that choice? And also having worked with a major company that does gaming and stuff like that. That's a curious thing to me. And yes, those sleeves are cool. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of games. So Pokemon does it, Lorcana does it, Star Wars Unlimited does it, and a lot of other ones. I'm pretty sure MTG does it, where they make penny sleeves that are designed specifically for gameplay. So they're actually a little bit more hardcore, like they're a little bit more challenging to put the card in. So it's like it fits perfectly with the card. So you need a rounded edge card because you would wreck the corner of a sharp corner card. And then it has a dark background with a whatever logo. So it allows the universality that's needed in trading card games. So if you've ever watched Thought Wrong play, he actually uses, I don't think it's Pokemon. He's a big Magic the guy. I think he has Magic the Gathering penny sleeves, and that's what he uses. So it's really cool.
They also have a bit of a matte finish to them as well, so they just feel they feel nice. But
there's something more. It's like something more in your hand. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to squeeze a VeeFriends card in here. Yeah, it was funny because I got a lot of eBay, like a lot of VeeFriends cards from eBay, and somebody had a bunch of penny sleeves, but then they had a few like of these matte finish ones, but it was a red background, and I thought for a second I thought it was like a scam card.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was like looking through, I have it right here. It was this one right here where when I was looking through the eBay lot, I was like,
"Yeah, that's weird." Yeah, and you're like, "What is that?"
But then I was like, "Oh, it's graded, or it's not graded. It's a penny sleeve." But
yeah, that's all my speculation with like Series 3 and whatever they end up doing, whatever they call it, as the game evolves, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. What do they bring out? Are they going to have a booster box? Are they going to have a gameplay box with a mat? Like we're actually the reason I think this is all going to happen. One, because it would be the dumbest thing not to. Two, right? Phantom Gary. Two is the collector's thing from Gift Goats that's coming out in 2 months in November. Is that it's packs of cards, which would be your booster packs. It's some slabs and stuff, which would be your fancy things, but then it's a foldable gameplay mat with coins as your gems. So that's a high-end version of what you might go into Walmart or Target or wherever to buy a Lorcana gameplay thing or a Unlimited or Star Wars Unlimited gameplay thing or whatever. So yeah, we have to see that sort of stuff.
Yeah, sure. I want to make a comment on that, but I'm going to respond to the bees.
Yeah.
My favorite Star Wars collectible is tricky. I have an R2D2 here that's on my shelf that I grew up with. So like I still have this from when I was a kid.
That's awesome.
Which is just cool. But then I think this probably it's a custom lightsaber that I built at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland.
No way, really?
So yeah, I mean it was fun. We got to go right after they reopened from COVID time, so it was like 25% capacity. You do the whole experience. You get to go into the room. You choose your parts for your lightsaber.
That's cool.
It's a whole presentation. You get to choose your color of kyber crystal. So then it's it's very personalized, which is so cool. So.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
all right, Josh, I'm gonna hop off real quick. Mark, thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, of course.
Josh, thank you for having me.
Cool guy. Appreciate you, brother. Man, that was
Definitely
fun.
come back.
Yeah, congrats on the hits
And,
tonight.
Yeah, man.
I look forward to the package you sent me from the last stream that you had.
They're on their way. I mailed everything
I
off.
know. You mailed them out next morning. I was like, man, this guy's on point.
I got to do it, or else I'll forget about it forever. So I have to do it that way. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you all. Thank you all in the chat for hanging out.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
See you, my man.
To your point, Josh, about the next round of VeeFriends, I don't know if you saw Gary's tweet back at somebody today, but somebody was complaining about the price of cards and packs and like everything like that, and like this isn't going to get mass adoption at the rate and everything like that. And Gary responded back and said 2025 is your year. Like,
yeah. Okay.
So.
That was Parzival, I think. I think I commented on that a little bit. I think that's the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That's what I've sort of thought. Just based on all their hints and all sorts of stuff, that it makes a lot of sense to me. So, yep.
Yeah. Well,
they got to get the TV show out now, and I also think that's why they're not like aggressively pushing the game. They'll announce things. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do sanctioned tournaments. Yay, bye. Oh, we're gonna do this big tournament in October. Okay, cool. But they're not like pushing stuff on it, right? Yeah. So, and it makes sense. Like, why? Why would they? Why would you push the game if it hasn't even evolved to the point where it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I get that. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it. I want them to push it, but that's selfish, All right. I want to know what do you want to grade? What do you want to do? I'm pumped up for this. I love it. It's so fun. I never in a million years thought that I would be someone who does this, like really takes grading seriously, but I freaking love it. And I think for me, one of my favorite things about the cards is actually organizing them. I love just like organizing cards. I do it with my sports cards. Hey, I'm going to organize things by team. Then I'm going to do it by alphabetically, or I might even do it by position because I'm a huge baseball card guy. Not huge, but I like baseball cards. The process of that is very sort of meditative for me and relaxing for me and kind of zen for me. And I'll do that with the VeeFriends cards, just sort of sorting them, putting them. I do them alphabetically because it's easier for me to do them in auctions. Putting together mystery packs. That process, and for me, the process of finding cards to grade is very similar. And I'll give you my number one piece of advice, and this is something that I talked about when I've done grading stuff in the past. If once you've established sort of your process of looking at the cards, the second you start to get frustrated, stop. Because that's when you start submitting cards where you're like, yeah, that could be good. And if it could be good, it's not going to be good. Right? Yeah. So like if you want good grades, and you're like really one of those people that are really seriously looking at stuff. If you're starting to get like, if you start to like question, could that be a line? Just stop doing it. And my pattern was, I'm going to go like maybe 10 cards at the most, and then just stop for the day. But I'm going to go through like almost a week before I actually submit something. If I'm going to submit 30 cards, it's going to take me a week to find those 30 cards. Because I want to make sure that I'm really diligent about stuff. And so that's preemptively, that's sort of my thing.
That's smart. That's smart. I mean, I've got a lot. So there's a few things we can talk through. So the first, I got a CGC membership. I found somebody in the Discord community that got the Elite through the gift code thing. So I was able to get it at a killer price.
Awesome.
The first thing is I know that I can send these in and get the updated grade.
Yep.
So none of these are Gary originally owned, so I'm fine. I can get out of the old
Beautiful
labels.
Apparently, it is confirmed that they'll stay there. I thought you lost it, but apparently it stays. So, because I have 6, actually, I'm getting 2 more. I'm gonna have 8 that I'm sending in to regrade.
Wow.
I was like, I guess I'm gonna lose that go status, but apparently not. So
that's
great.
Cool.
Anyway, all right, so that's easy, yeah, and that's also easy when you go in there. Have you like messed around on their website at all, or no?
Yeah, I messed around on the website. I started going through the process of like, okay, what does this look like? But I'm like, I need to figure out how many am I going to submit? Like, I walked through the submission of 1. I didn't like actually like finalize it, but I was like, okay, and like you're saying, you can choose, if it's going to be below a certain tier, does it just get authentic, all that stuff, which is one of the questions that I have. I'm like, with super stickers, I'm seeing some of these super stickers come back with really poor grades.
Yeah.
Man,
I have my theory that I think is more than just a theory at this point when it comes to that. So you can use my 2 points on them and see how it goes. My personal opinion is I think authenticated is kind of a cop out. Like there's kind of like I don't know if you follow AT tweets. Awesome dude. Andrew, he's great guy. And he just had a big submission. It had some bangers, but also had some really he had some cards that he thought weren't going to grade poorly, grade a 5, which is like insanely bad, right? So I think that I don't know. I feel like that's part of the process. Like you miss something, that's on you. And to me, that's important. It's also, there's an argument to be said where you could have also had a really annoying, shitty grader who decided to be an asshole to you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And I think the challenge with super stickers, like I'm even looking at this one here, it's probably not going to show up on camera at all, but like here's the dolphin shimmer, and you're not going to probably see it on the camera, but there is a very faint line that's almost like a scratch through it, like right here. It's not picking it up, but there's quite a few super stickers I've seen. Like I've even out of the box seen some that are like missing a chunk of. And so it's been tricky. It's tricky because it's also like, and curious, you don't have to give me true financial advice, but I'm like, okay, graded super stickers feels like the resale would be better than non-graded.
Yes. I mean, I think graded, just in general, or I think graded anything is going to be, the resale is going to be better.
Yeah. Because
of that collectability aspect of it that I was talking about before, right? That like you've now encapsulated it as this quality forever.
Yeah.
Right. That's for example, I talk about this Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card that I found raw, uncased, unsleeved in a shoebox. And luckily it was just in the middle of a bunch of cards, so it didn't get damaged. But like a graded card, that'll never happen. Even if the slab gets scratched, your card is safe. So like if you have a 10 grade, it's going to be a 10 forever. And that's unique and that's special. And I think that's important. So yes, I think that if the goal is to maybe get some stuff where you can resell, then be really diligent about stuff and try to submit things that are going to be 9 or higher. If you want to just collect it, it doesn't matter. Just grade it.
Yeah. 100%. Also the shipping, like as somebody buying from eBay, buying from the places, like buying a graded card, you're like, it's going to get to me in one piece.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There's so much more confidence with it. 100%.
Yeah. And I'm even looking at this super sticker. Here's just a Gracious Grizzly, shimmer. You're probably not picking up on the camera, but the edges are not awesome. On it.
I think so. Here's let me just run it by with the stickers.
Yeah.
I think there's two main things, but there's 3 things happening. The road to VCons, this did not happen in the Halloween ones. The Halloween ones I actually think graded very well. And the things that I've seen on the difference between the Halloween and the Great Road to VCon, meaning Halloween ones I've seen 9 and 10s and pristines. On the Road to VCons, we're seeing some 9s and 10s, very few pristines, and like some 5s and 6s and 7s, which I didn't see any of that in the Halloween ones. And I think it's a combination of the sticker isn't actually perfectly put onto the back.
Yep.
Right. And that's what you're seeing on the edges. And then the other thing is that maybe because of that, that sticker stuff, and this is something I found out a while ago, is actually on the surface of the card. This was very obvious on the turkey stickers because they're raw in the pack. Is some of that sticky stuff actually ends up getting onto the card itself. And I proved that by getting a couple of turkey stickers graded a 6, cracking them open, wiping them down really vigorously, and resubmitting, and they got an 8, 5, and a 9. So clear. I mean, that it could have been a fluke, but also I think that was the case. So what I would do with the super stickers is, if you're looking for potential resale, is like you just said, if there's any question, if you're like, ooh, that doesn't look good, don't submit that one. That one's not going to grade well. You know what I mean? Unless you're curious.
Yeah.
All right. The other two things to look at. Let's see if this one has it. I was talked about this. Oh, it does, but you can't see it. There's no chance I'll be able to show it to you. So look closely, because I know the do I have one? Yeah. Oh no, that's a Halloween one. Do I have? They're all right here. What am I doing? I have like a whole pile of them right here. There they are. All right. So go to the edge of your sticker, right? The silver part. You can obviously see there. It's all these like squares, right? Each one of the squares have that little, almost like radiating, holographic in each of the squares, from the green or whatever colors in the middle to the silver around the side. And the squares create a line vertically and also lines horizontally.
Yep.
Go through maybe a couple of your stickers, and most likely you're going to see one where the line looks weirdly distinct. Like it's more than just a line.
Yeah,
right?
it's on this one for sure. Like you can't see it. The right light hits it, and you can see the paneling. It's like very clear. Yeah.
That won't grade. That's going to be a bad grade.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's something, but it's something. And I don't know what it is in the sticker and in the making of the sticker, but something about that sort of very, very slight ridge is going to be a bad grade. Every now and then, like in this grizzly right here, it almost looks like the line. This one doesn't have a ridge, but maybe it's a print thing in the holographic where the line is slightly doubled. It's like duplicated almost. Yeah. And I don't see that. I see that every 30th sticker or something like that I might submit. Like I wouldn't, those ones I don't think will submit well.
Yeah. And it's interesting. It seems to only be on the Vipers and the sticker, like the hollows, that line, like that paneling's happening.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like the layer of gloss over it. I don't know.
And maybe that's the case. Maybe the material they use for it. I mean, obviously the shimmer, whatever the one is, the rainbow one, that doesn't have it. So
yeah.
So it's going to be probably those ones. And I think my worst shimmer grade is an 8.5. So all my shimmers I submitted were all 9s and 10s, and like 1 or 2 8.5s. See, that's so weird. All of my super stickers from Road to VCon were great, but I also I did what we're talking about. I was pretty diligent about it. Another thing to look at, and it's hard to see, is watch out for centering. I don't think people are looking at centering on the stickers, but especially some of the shimmer ones, the rainbow ones. I have a handful of them that are very off-centered. So that's another thing to look out for.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have not seen much of the sticker goop being on any of the Road to VCon ones, just because they're in these plastic things. I just feel like I haven't seen that very much. But that's still something else to look for too. Like once you take it out of the plastic, just get the light on it, and go, especially around that edge. And if you see anything that doesn't look flawless, get yourself a little microfiber cloth and just like gently but thoroughly wipe it down.
Yeah.
Yes, biceps. It's not the grid itself. There's like every now and then there's a card that has it's like a weird little ridge in that grid, and I don't know why, but yes. And when I look at all of my poor grades, every single one of them have that issue. That being said, some of my good grades do too, but every one of my bad grades has it. So I'm left to assume that is a factor in poor grades for the stickers. All right, keep it coming, Mark. What else we got?
Funny enough, I may I'll save this piece for later, but so I've got a lot of just great cores that I've picked up either from eBay, from Fanatics. I got a whole lot off eBay the other day and got some good cores from there. Let me talk about my rares that I have. I've got 3 rares.
Okay.
I think 2 of these look great. I think 2 of them look awesome. Let me see if my camera will focus. So let me just do one at a time here. So we've got Macro Micro. I think this one's looking really good. But I mean, you've obviously spent way more hours doing this.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So centering looks great. Turn it around. Let me see the back. The easiest thing is the back. Oh wow, yeah, that actually does look pretty good from a camera standpoint.
Yeah, this one, the Kingfisher. Some of it's the top loader dirty.
Okay. That's the other hard part.
The back on this one, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Come on, focus. The very top is a little. It's not. The camera's not picking up, but just a little bit of white at the very, very top.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to tell.
What's up, Elmore? Yeah, I would say with rares, like there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, like centering
like this one.
Yeah, that's gonna great shit. Yeah.
And then also the bottom right corner.
Yeah, I can see that corner bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that little middle part of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just wouldn't submit that one.
Yeah.
Because that would probably, honestly, on CGC, that'll probably come back like a 7-ish probably. And if you're really lucky, it'll come back like maybe an 8. Right. Yeah. So, and ultimately your goal would be 9 pluses. So like, yeah, that makes sense. To me, if you're looking at a foil and you're like, realistically, that looks pretty good. Now, I would say the majority of rares, there's like distinct whiting along the edges. And a lot of those end up getting 9s. So if you're looking at it, you're like, I can barely see some white along the edge, then you have a pretty good probability of getting a decent grade with that card. Because I also think they grade relative to the majority. So like I feel like they're almost, what's up green means they're a little bit more lenient on rares because rares like cut poorly. And they're going to be a little bit harder on cores because you should be able to. It should be easier to find if you're able to look through them. It should be, so if there's any whiting on a core, it's going to be an 8.5. That is that sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
So yeah, rares in general, I've very rarely seen like centering issues or anything like that. It's always just a corner or an edge. But the other big thing to do is look at the surface. And the back of these cards is really tricky. I'm pissed off at VeeFriends for doing this. It's having this like smokiness in the back because it's really deceiving to figure out like what's smoky and what's like a print line or what's like a weird dot. The good thing is I think it's deceiving for CGC also. So sometimes like a tiny little white speck in the paint on the back will actually not get graded poorly.
Yeah.
Or even a little black speck because it sort of mixes in with the smoke in that background. But my big thing with foils, with anything like that, is as you were kind of doing when you were showing the card, is to get that light and just to like move it up and down and move it side to side and move it diagonally and move it in a circular motion and just watch for any sort of slight divot or slight cut or anything like that. And this is actually annoyingly common in the cards. Is that you're going to see a tiny, tiny little scratch or divot in the front. And that's where people get bad grades. And I don't think a lot of people focus on the centering, they focus on the edges, and they don't take the time to really look at that surface. Or they'll kind of do this sort of thing. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right? And they sort of miss this huge fingernail thing that's like right through the middle of it or something like that. And a lot of the times when I get a bad grade back, I sit there and analyze it. I'm like, oh, shit. Either I missed it or maybe the grader did it. Who knows? You know what I mean? Is that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
that makes some sense.
That's where I actually spend the majority of my time, is looking at the surface. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, Mark D. The foils are hard. I mean, you have some people like Coleman, and I don't even know. Maybe it's just luck, or like he's in the frequency. Like he just gets insane grades on his foils. Like it just doesn't make sense. Percentage wise, I haven't submitted a ton of foils. I only submit the ones where like, hey, I like Optimistic Otter. I pulled an Optimistic Otter rare. I'm going to submit it. And so I have some decent. I mean, over here I have a Positive Porcupine, Optimistic Otter, a very rare Black Cat, all 10s. But the majority of my rares that I keep are 9s. So yeah, it makes sense. Ellamore says, what's worth more? Hold on. Having a graded card at a 7 or to have a raw card that could potentially be an 8? Raw card. So generally speaking, if you were going to value a card, let's say CGC, a CGC 8 card would probably be around the same price as a raw card. You might be able to argue like, if it's like a higher value, if it's a $50 card, raw, a CGC 8 should be like 50 to 55. A CGC 7 would probably be less value than a raw, because right, the raw has potential. So again, that's the risk you take when you're grading. Is like, well, shit, I'm going to spend whatever, $8, $12, $15, $20 to get this graded. What if it comes back as 7 and I effed myself? Well, yep, that's the risk you take. So, yeah.
The only caveat maybe is like, what was it? AT cards that got the 5.5 grade on the like VCon Viper.
That was
out of 55. Yeah. It's like,
oh no, sorry. IJ Rob, sorry, he just got a 5 grade back on the Viper Auto.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that's more funny, but that's not gonna pull more money.
No. It just you might have Gary's attention is all.
Yeah. There's gonna be like, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about collections, is there are people out there that want things, weird things.
Yeah.
There's gonna be people out there who's gonna pay a premium for CGC 1s or PSA 1s just because they think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like there are people out there who try to get grade rainbows. Literally, I want a Brave Bison Core PSA or CGC pristine all the way down to 1.
Yeah.
That's people like that. Biceps, I mean, I think, I mean, maybe. I mean, in VeeFriends, yeah, sure, but nowhere else.
What do you think about grading autos?
Now it's fine because if I graded autos with PSA because they authenticate and grade the autos. CGC didn't do that. Now they do with JSA. They bought out JSA, so you can do that. So I would, totally. So you go in there. I just did it. I'm sending in a card with my last submission. That was an auto card. Yeah, because now you can get it authenticated and graded, which I think is important. So we were talking about on-card autos before, where like core cards, like if you had a Focus Falcon right now, that's a $15-ish card. With an auto on it, it's probably more like a $20 or $25 card. But if it was a Epic, speaking of that, if it was one of these, that had an auto on it, let's say this is a $300 card raw, that would probably bring it down to like $150.
Yeah.
But if I got it autoed and then authenticated and graded, it still wouldn't be $300, but maybe like $250 to $275.
Yeah.
So yes, I think it's worth getting them graded.
Yeah. For sure I'm going to get this one graded because I got him to sign this at VCon when I went through the line. So I'm like, this is staying with me forever. Like,
good.
So the other one I was able to pick up on eBay for $20. I was like, a Karma Kiwi that's autographed for $20. And that was before.
I'm showing Brofit the Falcon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, and I think it's worth it.
Well, especially now with the Fanatics, we don't need to get into how wild people are overspending on auto cards on Fanatics right now. But
I mean, I've never shied away from offering my opinion, but I mean, it's hype. People do that. People go crazy when there's hype around it because FOMO and it's exciting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, to me, I sit there, I sort of sit back and watch it, and like it's like the study in human action and how people in psychology, and it's bananas. The other side of things is and this I've talked to a handful of people, and I don't know if I land on this. Actually, I don't know if I agree. This would be a critique on VeeFriends that I don't think I would land on, which is, do they have a responsibility to stop doing it? Right? Like, there was one time or two times. One time, really aggressively, they were auctioning off Series 1 cards. And they were going for like stupid prices. And Gary was like, stop doing this, people. Like, go to eBay. You can go get this card for $150. Why are you bidding $850 on it?
Yeah.
So he spoke up about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like,
which they have, because we watch a lot of the Fnatic streams because we're West Coast. So like,
Yeah.
you know, we can go until midnight with them because it's not midnight for us.
Yeah.
They have gotten better at like the minifigs, these guys.
Yeah.
They were auctioning off a few of these the other night that were like signed, and Rips kept saying, guys, these were like $10. Like, just so you guys know, this is like a $10 thing that you can't get anymore for sure, but it's a $10 figurine. So don't be spending $200 on this thing. Like,
right. It's fascinating. I mean, yeah, like Gary hypes up his autograph. You know, he comes in there and he's like, arbitrage. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be amazing. Like, you know, but like, I don't know. I mean, people like autographs. People collect autographs. It's really cool.
Totally.
Yeah, Dawid, it was a Focus Falcon Epic. Yes. So I don't, like, I don't whatever. Like, it is what it is. I personally don't think that them continuing to do it was necessarily bad.
Yeah.
It's honestly, people can just go on eBay and find them for $20. It's fine.
Yeah. Exactly. Which was so funny because the other night when they started doing that, there was 3 listed for like $20, and somebody bought them like that because
our move.
It's smart.
I mean, if they're not going to sell it for more, but yeah.
So I have a stack of cores. What would be aside from like obviously tier 1 cards, which I don't have any tier 1 cores. I do have this. I don't think my wife's watching anymore, but her nice hit that she pulled.
Where'd you get that? Nice. Yeah. Oh my god.
So nice. Yep. Yes. But in terms of like, what would you? I mean, oh, there's Cerebell right there. She says that's mine. Yep. She is watching. Yeah. In terms of cores, what do you recommend? Because I mean, we have such a nice stack of cores. I mean, like this one makes sense to get graded.
Yep.
Anything tier 2 makes sense, but what are your thoughts aside from that?
Yeah, that's interesting. Dawid, I want your spec. I want the spec, asshole. Let's see. How do I? My opinion on it is, if I'm hesitating and pausing because I'm just trying to figure out the best way to articulate it. Is ultimately it depends on the end goal, right? So, to me, if the goal, I think I always land on, I lean more towards grading everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a price, it's a cost, and it's a risk. It's also a continued fun dopamine hit gamble, just like, you know, getting mystery packs or packs to rip. But at the same time, if any of those get a 10 or a pristine or even a 9 or 9.5, you're increasing the value of it. So if the goal is to sell in the next month, you can, rather than selling it for $5, you can sell it for $15.
Yeah.
Right. If the goal is holding on to it for 20 years, what's going to end up happening is it increases the rarity of it.
Yeah.
Right. If there's, 50,000 core Harpics out there or more core Harpics out there, and you get a 10, there's only going to be a couple, the population of that's only going to be a couple hundred. So all of a sudden that becomes a rarer card, So to me, it makes a lot of sense to grade cards. It really does.
What about with the slight bend?
Bend doesn't matter. Bend does not matter. That won't factor in at all. I've pulled some packs where the cards are like really bent, not like long ways or like bent like crazy. It doesn't matter because once you put it into a top loader, once it gets into that doesn't matter at all. Even miscuts, and this is something I've talked a lot about with Scuba on the show. A miscut that still keeps the card symmetrical is going to be fine. They're just going to put it into a bigger slab. A miscut that's like really wonky, you're not going to get a 10. There's no chance. You're not going to get a pristine on a wonky miscut, but you still could get a solid 10. Mark D. I mean, it's good. I was so hesitant on grading cards when I got all my sports cards. The risk scared me. The process intimidated me. It just seemed like this weird thing. And something about VeeFriends cards, maybe because I didn't care as much at the time, I was like, oh, I can sort of experiment with these things. Once I did it the first time, I was like, oh, like I understand. I understand this process. And then having slabs, I was like, this is fucking cool.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So like,
it is.
And then I sort of became hooked on grading.
Have you noticed color mattering at all?
No, I have not. I have
Cool.
not, which is also very interesting. So I know there's some dull ones, and like obviously those would be the only ones I'd be worried about is the more dull ones, but I have not seen that sort of issue. So yeah. Mark D, that would be pricey. Although, you get it down if you get your elite membership, if you do it. Oh, that's the other thing. I don't know right off the bat right now, but there was a period where I was very frustrated at CGC because they were taking longer than PSA. And they're like, their system wasn't updating and they weren't responding. It was really frustrating. Right now, their turnaround times are crazy. I think they're doing bulk turnarounds in like 10 days or something like that. So, like, don't spend more money. The only reason right now, if their turnaround times are that, the only reason you'd want to go at a higher tier when you submit is if you have a really high value card. Because when you're doing bulk, you have to do, it's like a $500 or value or something like that. So if you have a spec, that could be worth $2,000. But there is a loophole in that potentially, which is if you're submitting 50 cards, just submit all of them at a high value. That's not really allowed, if you will, but it's a little bit of a loophole. If that makes sense. And all that means is that if the cards get lost, it's like insurance, if you will. So, yeah, Mark D, that's tough. If Mark D likes PSA over CGC, that'll be more expensive. That being said, I mean, in 200 cards, yes, but if you were doing like 20, 25 cards, it's not dramatically more. Like your elite membership with CGC in a bulk order is going to be like $8 something a card. PSA right now is $15 a card. So, it's almost double. So yes, it is quite a bit actually.
I think
$400.
400, yeah.
Raw, something like that. Yeah.
I think for kicks, I might get these graded.
Do it. That was kind of cool. Like some people started doing that, and I was talking to Jeremy last week when he was on my show about how like he saw that and was like, "Oh, that's really cool." Again, any collectible that you can sort of encapsulate in some way, you've just sort of solidified it as that at that quality for life. So those things, because they're just like everything. So I don't know if people know this, but like the minis, the little mini squishy things, season 3 and 4 coming out, season 5 and 6, season 6 and 7, season 1 and 2 will cease to exist. They're never going to reproduce those ever again. So at some point they're going to kind of run out. So if you encapsulate something, if you take a mini ball, a mini ball, and encapsulate that shit, that in 50, 60 years, that single ball could be worth $50 or $100 or $200, just like a first edition Pokemon box, like in an actual encapsulated thing, or a 1986 or 1952 Topps baseball pack, or a 1986 Fleer basketball pack encapsulated in PSA is ludicrously expensive compared to an already expensive one that's raw. So like, I really think that the encapsulation process is unique and good, despite what you think about the risks of it or the it's totally out of your control. Me and biceps know about this. There's some shit you can't control, and it's horrible and it sucks, and people get to really, really bad situations. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's a positive experience that people should do with with their cards. So, yeah.
What about getting this graded?
As of now, you can't. I tried. I tried. Yeah, I agree. I agree fully. Weirdly, yeah, it's really too bad. I wish you could grade anything, but whatever. I guess you technically could. Talk to Dale. Rarity Dale. He'll slab up anything. Wait a second, Blue. Are you being serious? Are you actually being serious? Because I've submitted it twice, and both times it's been turned back. It's been given back to me. He's got to be joking with me because he would have texted me. Okay, you asshole. Yeah. You would have told me that privately. So
so funny.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I mean, this is super helpful. I'm gonna randomly throw this in the mix of getting graded. I won this on Fanatics.
The only problem is you have to do a different order.
Really?
Which is easy. Actually, this is a great point. This is something that I think people get confused. So when you submit, you have to submit under a category. So you're going to submit under a category of TCG or non-sports cards. So you're going to put together. So I have that. So I have, I have two separate. I have my reslabs, and I have my TCG non-sports cards. Let's say I want to get a bunch of sports cards graded. I'm actually sending all these into PSA. I have all these that are going to PSA. They're already almost done with it. If I want to get these on CGC, I'd have to start a new order over. So once I've made my order, so I go in, I enter all of these cards. Yep, I'm going for a pristine. It's going to happen. I've entered all my cards. Everything I'm going to put in there. I got some super stickers in here. I finished that. I go look at my thing. There's an option to say add, start new order. Just click that plus button and you just start again. And you start right from the beginning. So it can be, you'll go to sports cards and you'll go through the whole process and find that and enter it. You can submit it in the same package. So you'll package them together. So I have this. I'm about to put this into my, where the heck did I put them? Anyway, I'm about to, I put my cardboard things. I rubber band it rather than tape it. You can tape it, but I rubber band it because that's what PSA wanted. I just do that. Then I'm going to do the same thing with these. Then if I had sports cards, I do the same thing with that. So they'd all be completely separate in the main box. Then I take my sheet because it's actually they have it separated into two different sheets. So I have my grading, I have my reholders. I fold these up. I put it in with that specific thing. I wrap that in bubble wrap, and I put it all in the main box. This is also a potential alpha loophole, where if you have a single card that you want express, and you have 200 cards that are in bulk, you're probably going to end up getting the entire thing more express.
Wow.
Because it's all in the same thing. Technically, that's not the case, but it's been known to happen. So
and. In a case like this, is it good to send it in this, or do I need to put it in?
Yeah, I would take it out and submit it. I would submit it just like you would submit all the other cards. Now, CGC doesn't make a big fuss about that, like PSA does. I actually haven't looked at PSA recently, but when I first started submitting, because I was actually going for my full set in PSA initially, and so I've submitted 150 cards to PSA, and they're like, don't submit. Like, do not submit in anything besides a card saver one, or we're gonna come to your house and cut off your leg. You know what I mean? Like they are so against it. And CGC doesn't seem to be all that aggressively against it, but I would not recommend it. Yeah.
Cool.
There's also a higher risk, as you know. Did you put that card in there?
No, I got it. I got it from Fanatics this way.
Oh, okay.
It was a givey.
Got it.
So I'm like,
great givey.
Yeah.
They're annoying to get in and out. It's really scary taking it in and out because you kind of have to it's weird. So you're basically, what you're doing is you're giving CGC or the grader the least opportunity to damage your card. That's what you're trying to do ultimately. So
makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yep. So the only thing you wouldn't put into penny sleeve and card saver would be your reslabs. That's it. I'm curious about that process too. So
yeah, I on the Twitter space, or maybe it was Discord, somebody said that they now charge for it.
Yeah, it's $5. $5. They also, it's confusing language. They said there's no guarantee of getting the same grade, but that's actually for like if I'm sending in a PSA reslab. But it's not very, very clear that it's guaranteed this is going to come back as a 10. But I think it is. I went into Reddit and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
pretty sure it should be. It should.
Well, the guy, I don't know if you went to the Fanatics table at VCon where they were like handing out the cards for free.
I did.
Graded cards.
Yeah.
He made the same statement to the people that were picking up 9.5s. He was like, "Oh, if you resubmit this in, it should grade as a 10."
Yeah, I think that's true. I think I really dug into it because I was like, I was gonna do it anyway because yeah, the display, they have to be all 10s. They have to be all 10s. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So I got to do it.
Yeah.
I got to do it, man. But anyway, so anything else? Any other questions? What else? Come on.
I could show off a ton of cards, but I think that solves a lot of my questions, which is great.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm here to help. Biceps, I like the collectability of it too, and I have a handful of them. But again, not in my full set. They have to be 10s.
They also like same thing of why I don't like the PSAs. This just feels so dated. Like the gradient, like backing of it feels so.
Yeah, it's weird.
It feels so old school. Like not in a good way, old school. But that's just me being snobby.
But that's fine. I think that's part of it. I think people grade. I think a lot of people, in terms of collectability, if it's not about reselling, they're going to grade based on what they think that they like, what looks cool, what they like on their shelf. You know what I mean? So I think that's key. I think that's a big success of like SGC. Do I have an SGC card here?
Yeah, the SGCs look nice.
Yeah, they look awesome. That black, right? That black border, it just looks good. You know,
yeah.
It looks cool. It makes it, especially a white card, stuff like that, or if it's a black card, or if it's like a black refractor, it would just pop. Imagine like an epic card in here would look so freaking good. You know, so yeah, these are some random pickups I did. I would go on to Whatnot or onto Whatnot usually because I would have like Whatnot cash, and I just go into these like, hey, we're doing this 9 days straight of just slabs, and I'd pick up like Bijan Robinson like rookie chrome. I got it for like $2. It's like a $15 card. I'm like, all right, sweet. You know,
love that.
Yeah.
I love it. We were pretty shocked. We got an eBay lot the other day. I could share the listing, and it had some graded cards in there. This was one of the graded cards that was in there, which was cool.
Nice. Yeah.
They had a stack of raw cards. They had 3 raw cards that were in top loaders, and then they had a stack of raw cards, and they weren't telling you what was in them. And I was like, I'll take, like, why not? Like, I'll buy it. Like, sure. Like, based off the value of everything, if I sold everything for $10, I'm making my money back easily. But what was crazy is that they had like some of these in the mix of it. So they had these that were hidden inside the. Yeah, I was like, awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the great game. Like when you're just sort of hunting around, I think that's what's so great about just constantly looking. Because you can find, I found so many bulk deals like that. My biggest one was I found it is actually not even on that. It was more of a personal thing where because of the stuff I've been doing, somebody just reached out to me. It was like, hey, I have a bunch of cards. I want to get rid of them. He showed them to me. And again, similar, not all of them. He was like, here's a lot of them. And I was like, all right, we came to a deal. And it had a freaking Kind Warrior insert in it.
Wow.
Which I graded, and it's a CGC freaking 10.
I love that.
And it's like, that's a top 10 card in my collection. Like, it's amazing. And it's just, and I've had a handful of other bulk things like that too. Other ones, like the one that popped off today, some guy who jumped on Twitter and then on Discord, like, I have this, and he's asking for like, I think he asked for a half a Bitcoin for that collection, which is $28,000. And all of us were like, are you out of your mind?
No.
Like, no. What are you talking about? So, but you never know, man. Like you got a great deal. That's fantastic. You know. Oh, he told you
Not
one.
Wrong.
Yeah, that guy can. Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. It is fun, and it's like we're in the studying phase because I've been following Gary since 2019, and I missed out on a lot of the early VeeFriends stuff. Like, I hate that I missed out on his pre-order of 12.5, where he was like, if you pre-order a ton of books, I'm going to give you, I can't tell you what I'm giving you guys, but it's going to be huge. Like, I saw that stream 2 days after it happened, and I was like, shoot, I missed out on that. But I'm in the learning phase. I'm watching what's happening on Fanatics all day long. I'm watching what's happening in your show. I'm watching what's happening on To the Moon. And I'm like, I can buy a pack for $38, $35 and get maybe 4 cards, or I can go after these really cheap lots on eBay and get the card I want.
Yep.
Like, it's been great.
So here is the ultimate every single major card collector in every industry will tell you, and this is just the truth. What's up, T-Dubs? Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. Buy singles. Buy singles. Like if you want to keep your money, if you want to have exciting, if you want to be thought wrong, and if you want it to be exciting, and you want to gamble, and you want that hit of adrenaline and dopamine and all that, then jump into it by all means. I enjoy it too, and every now and then I'll jump in and buy something. Sure, but don't.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to collect, if you want to invest, don't freaking do that.
Yeah,
that's not the way to do it. But yeah, that makes sense. And there's deals out there. That's what ends up happening. Like the guy who dropped, so what we were talking about, T-Dubs, the guy who dropped all those cards, the tier 1 cards, a couple boxes, all these other ones. There's a gift code in there. There were 2 Brave Bison rares, for fuck's sake. And, and he's like, yeah, this is worth 60 grand or 28 grand, whatever it is. It's worth like 10. I mean, it was a great collection.
Yeah.
But there's times where a collection similar to that is going to drop, and the guy's like, yeah, I don't know, give me 5 or 6 grand. You're like, oh damn, hell yeah. So another I did that. So this here's a story for you, Mark. I think I told this before my thing, but a guy locally, like an hour from me, he actually purchased something off of eBay that nobody in my OG crew that we have it's like 8 of us, that 9 of us that talk like every single day about the cards. And everyone's like, no, hell no, I'm not buying that. Because this guy was selling 18 boxes of cards. And the language was a little bit weird, but the more you looked into it, he didn't look like he was scamming anybody, but they were all open. But he also didn't list off what they were. And he was selling them for cheap. It was like $165 a box. He had no idea what was in it. And he wasn't responsive. He wouldn't be like, can you show us all the cards? He's like, he just didn't respond. He's like, buy them or don't buy them. So everyone was like, nope, not buying it. And this dude locally in Buffalo for me, he bought them. And I was going over to his house anyway because I was going to buy a bunch of boxes. He had like 50 boxes sealed. So I actually bought a whole bunch of boxes from him before this big show that I did with Ross here, with all the confetti and all that other shit. And I went over there and he was like, hey, can you tell me if I made a good? I haven't even opened them yet. And I feel like I probably just got totally scammed. And I spent, whatever it was 18 boxes by $165 each. And I looked through them and they were not a scam. The guy opened the boxes, penny sleeved every single card, put them back in the box, and then sold them. And he had 3 patient pigs, a Flexen Fox, a rare black cat, like a rare Astro, no specs or inserts or anything like that. But we counted them. It was 52 cards, 18 boxes. Good to go.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, cool
There's
guy, buddy.
There was a guy that I met at VCon that we just happened to be hanging out in the lounge area. We started getting to talking, and he was talking about how he has somewhere like 50 to 100 sealed Series 2 cases. He doesn't even know what he understands enough, but he's not in the card game. He just was like, Gary said I should buy this thing, so I just I bought and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They're just
this is what I'm one who always tries to preach the perspective of how small this community actually is. And I even am shocked at how small this community actually is. There's 55,000 total of these boxes, which is, a lot, but it's also not a lot compared to other stuff. And I think about every single time you see a video of somebody in the VeeFriends office, they're just opening packs.
Yeah.
From my understanding, the VeeFriends office, on a daily basis, there's a ton of packs that just get opened. Randomly out of the blue. Gary probably walks around and be like, yeah, let's open a pack together. That has to happen all the time. And then there's guys like that. And I brought this out on Twitter last week or early this week about I know I've talked to countless people who are into the NFTs or whatever, just like you had, who just have a ton of them. There you go.
I think I am thought wrong. I think I am.
It's just there's a lot out there.
Well, I don't want the pristine thought wrong. Sorry. I don't want the pristine. I just want the matching.
Oh, you want the eagle?
Yeah. I have the eagle. I want the pig.
Oh, okay. There we go. I pulled the pig and I wanted the eagle. And then I was able to make a trade for this.
For the middle. Oh, yeah. So good.
As a pristine. And I'm like, I'm good. That's all I want. If, in all honesty, I had an opportunity to work a deal with someone with the out of 10 one. and it's like the cover art or something like that. Oh, that's what Thought was asking. He has one. I was talking to somebody else about the cover one, and I like this one. This one's cool.
Yeah, that one's great.
So I'm happy with that. And then I got my CGC 10 Pigeon baseball, which is which is like the second lowest rarity. There's one pristine, and I know the guy who has it. But I don't think I'm gonna get it, and I'm happy with that. I'm all good. No more. No more.
Yeah, it's fun to chase. It's fun to chase some, but at the same time, it's like we were lucky to get 2 pristines of these.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's super cool. Yeah,
we're happy.
That's super cool. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do once you've chased one thing? So like I'm 16 or 17 cards away from having a complete CGC 10 set of cards. Like,
That's
what do
crazy.
I do? What do I do after that? Like,
go for something really weird, like CGC 5s, or I don't know. Like,
but I think that's the thing is I think I'm a little different. Like, I'm not really a collector at heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. This right here is the most I've ever collected of anything in my life, in like a structured manner. I collected baseball cards during the junk wax era, just for shits and like, because you could go in a case of cards for $12. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So you just accumulate over time. Like every weekend, you go to the place and like, okay, I'll spend $10 and I'll get this case. And over the course of 3 years, you have, 10,000 cards. You know what I mean? So like, and they're all worth nothing. So like, I did that, but Rob, I'm a VeeFriends fanatic in general, but yeah, I mean, I honestly like that. That was always my question: is if I didn't have the show, what would my collection be like? Yeah. And I actually think it would probably be the same, but I probably wouldn't have as many cards because I try to get inventory. It's I don't know, Mark. I don't know.
It's challenging for me too because I'm like I have I don't know if I would say addictive personality, but it's like, I mean, you can tell by my home office, right? Like this is an evolution of multiple years of me putting energy and time into my Star Wars stuff. But
yeah.
There's something nice about the chase with VeeFriends right now, where there's just they have to come out with the next. Who knows what it's going to be? Like the mini stickers, super stickers are cool. I think there's going to be fun, but like when we were all chasing the meteorite pin, which I know Thought Wrong has one and Biceps has one. There's just something cool about that. And I think obviously the new chase is going to be that golden Gary B little squishy. No idea what that's going to lead to.
Yeah. I think that's the big thing. Like Gary knows that. That's what Gary likes, right? He likes collecting. He likes chasing things. So like they're going to be really, really good at doing that. You see how they evolved from the Halloween set to the Road to VCon set to make it more chaseable. Like Halloween set, you can get a full set of things. Anybody who has an entire set of Road to VCon, that's insane. Like trying to get all that stuff, like because you have to get the ghosts. But like, so yeah, I think that combined with the fact that it's a small community, so it feels like we're all kind of in it together doing it. I'm curious to see how that changes 5 years from now. Like when the TV show comes out and they have a lot of cheaper, more mass-produced products, like how does that change the collector's atmosphere? It will change, but I don't think it's going to change it. Yeah, there's still going to be those niche. I mean, look at Pokemon. Like I do that when I'm like researching what these industries are like. There's still these insanely hardcore Pokemon collector people. So I think we're still going to have that. It's just going to diversify quite a bit.
Yeah, it will, because I think, I mean, I joined my first Fnatic stream in May. So that's how new I am into the VeeFriends card collecting space.
Yeah.
I was in Discord way back when. I didn't like NFTs. Like I was around, but I was not spending time or energy towards it. But with the streams lately, I have felt edged out a little bit, where I'm like, Gary's coming on, he's hyping it up, he's pushing all these people. Hey, who's new? Like re-educating people. Like I love that they're what it's doing to the hobby.
Yep.
But it's pushing
it's pushing
us out.
I think it's going to be an ebb and flow of that. Like I think like before you came on, that's how you came on. Is that same style of push. Gary was on every single show doing crazy shit like, I'm going to give away the craziest thing in the world. I'm going to go to my office, and he got a blanket. You know, he's just a psychopath with amazing energy. And I mean that in a positive way, Phantom Gary.
Totally.
I'm not insulting you. I mean that in a positive.
Totally.
And then he dropped off. He wasn't part of the streams. Like every now and then he would come on, but that's not what he did. And then now he's back. Right. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're going to see this constant ebbing and flowing of the community. And, you know, I think what's going to happen is we're going to get this influx of people, and there's going to be, you know, again, I have my opinion on this, which I is this the right way to go about getting that influx of people? And personally, no. Here's my big observation, by the way. Sorry for the tangent, but chat and Phantom Gary, every single time someone's like, "What's VeeFriends?" He says, "VeeFriends is my Pokemon." But he's never done anything in the trading card community. Do you know what the number one resource to find value in trading card games is? Like tcgplayer.com. It's awesome. It's the greatest website ever. It's so good. It's so clean, but we don't have VeeFriends stuff isn't in there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep it up, T-Dubs. Keep talking, T-Dubs. You'll get some points. So like, I think anyway, that's a tangent in like, he's pushing like crazy towards a community that could care less about this product.
Yep.
And what ends up happening is he's pushing to 10,000 people and 4 people come in, when he could be pushing to 10,000 people and get 200 people to come in. And maybe that's intentional. Maybe we can't handle 200 people right now. And maybe that's intentional. I don't know.
And it's possible that, like, granted, I might say some things.
Let's go, Tito, with the sub. Appreciate it, buddy.
Love that. I might say some things because I'm not super in the TCG world, but from what I can tell from TCG world people is they have a lot of high care, a lot of high excellence, like, and VeeFriends is not there.
Hold on. Not wrong. You're making it loud and clear, and I love you, baby, with 5 gifted subs. A sub to Michelle, a sub to Mark D, a sub to Alex Bow, to Dawee, to McFrog, to Teach.
Let's go.
You're the man, brother. I appreciate you, man. You want to buy a series to 1 box?
He's always down to buy something.
5,500. Sarah Bell sub is a subscription to the channel. So in like YouTube, you can go sub for free. So go sub my YouTube; it's free. In Twitch, you pay for it, and a percentage of that money goes to me. That's how people make money off of Twitch is through the subscriptions. So you can have, I have like 60 something subs, right? But I get money off of those 60 subs, 67. I won't get any money off of YouTube until I'm at like 10,000 subscribers or something like that. So it's a little bit of different method. So the subs here mean something from a monthly basis to me. So
the good news is you only need 1,000 subscribers to like start monetizing on YouTube.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. That's the rest of my year, besides dealing with a third kid, is figuring YouTube out.
Yeah.
Sub with a gifted thought wrong.
There we go.
There we go. Sarah Bell. Now every time you sign on to my Twitch, you won't have to watch any sort of ads. Boom. Done. You're a subscriber for the next month. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free sub a month. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can just sub for free every month. So there you go.
So cool. Anytime you want to talk to YouTube, we should talk YouTube. But what I'll say last on the TCG part is I just think that obviously Disney does it best, but Disney's got it down. They've got the play mats, they've got the boxes, they've got the sleeves, they've got the protector cases, they've got the books, they have tournaments, they have made a big splash everywhere with it.
Yep.
And I don't see people complaining about how there's not enough of Lorcana, meaning like supporting them to play. Like they've got the app, they've got everything. So it's like, I feel like if VeeFriends was to try to make a bigger space in TCG, I don't know that it would be as adopted because it's not as clearly defined. There's not playmats out there. There's not.
I agree 100%. What you're saying, what Nacho just said, this is why they're not doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it would be a massive waste of money.
Yeah.
Yep. I 100% agree with that. So I think we'll see that once things start rolling out. There's no reason to push like crazy. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But again, I think there's small things they could do, like get themselves rather than, I think this move to Whatnot, whether it be solely because the international people, I'm so thrown off by it being a year plus and Fanatics not being able to figure out how to ship internationally. That's so weird to me. Anyway, oh boy. What? Yeah, T-Dubs. I'm going to cut you off in like 15 minutes though, because I need to go to bed. Tomorrow is the first day of school for kids, so give me a couple of seconds. T-Dubs on a roll, but I still think there are things they could do where they're not throwing money away, like try to get their stuff onto TCG Player. Just they're focusing so much attention on the sports world.
Yep,
It's like me being, if I coach Olympic, okay, no, I specialize in baseball play. I coach everybody, but I'm very good at coaching baseball in strength and conditioning. So if I go out to a demographic of people that I know nothing about and that has no interest in doing the stuff that I really try to push, why?
Yeah.
And there's a piece of me that thinks that, and I mean this with love, Phantom Gary, I know you're listening, is that Gary likes to prove people fucking wrong.
Oh yeah, he does.
Right? Like why he picked the lucky black cat. Because he wants the black cat to not, because he wants to say, screw you, world, for saying the black cat is unlucky. I'm making it lucky. That is Gary. So there's a piece of me that thinks he's doing it just to make that world like what he's doing. Right? So
yeah. Or it's is he doing what he's been saying to do for 10 years of like go where the attention is?
Yeah.
Because there's no other TCG going to Fanatics, like Fanatics Fest.
But you know why?
Because the audiences don't cross over. Like, well,
right.
That we know of yet, right?
Yeah. They don't. I mean, but they don't. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I mean, it could be Nacho, but like, I think here is my honest opinion, and this is where I land because it makes sense to me. Is that it doesn't matter. Right now, it doesn't matter. Right now, they're focusing on building this super base. Like I said, where I said we having to start. We're still in the introductions and prefaces. We're not even on the first chapter yet. So what they're doing is having fun, and they're just getting the name out there. My coined phrase is billboarding. They're just Jesus Christ, not wrong. They're just getting themselves out there and they're having fun. Gary loves sports. He's spending time in the sports world. He's having a blast with it all. And in the end, once we've gotten the TV show rolling and really start to roll in with the kids, then we can start to focus in on these intentional aspects. Right now, it's just getting the shit out there. It actually doesn't matter who comes in and how many people come in. It's fun. It's great. It's positive. I said this on my last show. The community rocks, but it has nothing to do with VeeFriends. Right? The community does not make VeeFriends. If the community totally disappeared, they'd keep doing what they're doing.
Yep.
The fact that it's there is awesome, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So I that's where I land. That we're just doing stuff, and it's great. It's great. T-Dubs, I just
so funny.
T-Dubs, I put the share in there. Everybody can come in. If you want to come in right now. Come in and share your thoughts. Your THOTS. Come in. I'm going to allow it. Apparently that's not allowed. Come in and share your thoughts.
Oh, so funny.
There he is. Here he is. T-Dubs is here. What's up?
What up? There's no echo, right? If there's an echo, I'll grab my headphones.
No, there's not. I just want to solidify in the VeeFriends world for life. When TW wants to talk, he jumps on this chat, and it makes me so happy.
Dude, I have to say something because y'all was talking about things that I really have been thinking about a lot lately, and I'm really thinking about emailing Gary about directly because Gary is such a sports fanatic, and I get it. And, I feel like Gary has kind of strayed from the path of understanding the market. I love Gary. Don't get me wrong. I've been following Gary since 2007, and I believe that he's going to do what he's going to do, and he's going to win because I've seen him win time and time again before NFTs, before VeeFriends. You know, like Gary's good at what he does, but he's really pushing the sports market right now. And I've played a lot of TCGs. I played Magic the Gathering religiously when I was like 16 years old, and then again right before VeeFriends came out. I was really, really into buying Magic the Gathering cards and playing.
Yeah.
Went to the local card shop every week and played at least 2 times a week. So I understand TCGs, and the VeeFriends TCG. It's, you know what? It's expanded war. Like we all know it is, right? There's nothing more to it than I accept your number, you accept my number, and that's, you know, bottom line. But like there's got to be something more to it. There's got to be text on the cards. There's got to be something to really like, cuz like it's easy to figure out what are the best strategies, you know. And granted there's some luck to, you know, war, but it's easy to figure out what's the best strategies, what's the best deck. Like it's too easy. It needs to be more complicated. It needs to be more strategic, and it needs to be pushed to a more TCG crowd than the sports crowd. The sports crowd just care about the stars. They care about the players. They care about the, you know, we're ripping packs because we want to get the best players, because we want to sell for the most money. You know, maybe you want to collect the players because you really enjoy that team. Cool, whatever.
I think everything you're saying leads that. Like, I agree with you 100%. But that's why I land where what I just said. And I firmly believe this, is that they're going to do everything you're talking about. And the reason they're acting the way they are right now within the markets is because they haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So if they started pushing towards all that stuff, just like Mark had said earlier, they're not prepared for it.
Right.
So yeah, they're just having fun. They're just messing around in the collectible community. Gary's like, hey, I have an opportunity to go to national as a whatever sponsored booth. I'm literally the only TCG table in the entire national with 150,000 people.
Right. I couldn't even find Magic the Gathering cards at nationals
because they don't go to national. It's the National Sports Card Collectors Convention. Because they don't go there.
There were Pokemon cards. They definitely had Pokemon.
Yeah, but they don't have a Pokemon booth.
Right.
That's the difference. There's a sporting card store that has like Cards HQ with Jeff Wilson, which is like the largest dude in the world with the biggest sports card place in the world, has a whole entire TCG point. But it's sports cards. It's 90% sports cards and 10% TCG. So like, again, that's where I land because it makes the most logical sense.
But then here's the question, because we've talked about, like, you know, the current TCG having those little tabs, right? Yep. Like, you remember we talked about that recently? Yep. So those tabs could expand the cards that we have now. But the question then becomes, are we expanding the cards we have now, or are we creating a whole new set? And if we're creating a whole new set, then it becomes the Series 2, to me, probably worthless for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, as far as value wise, like Series 1's going to hold value for sure. Even though it's not holding the value of the boxes. Trust me, I've bought 7 boxes of Series 1 and broke them.
Only 7? I feel like you bought 15.
Yeah, I've bought 7, and there's no way I've gotten my value back in those Series 1 cards. I'm a gambler. I'm hunting for the big ones. You know, like this is who I am. But
probably one in that box right there, Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I can't spend any more money. At least not until after October. But you know, it's just like, you know, the value isn't there right now, and the value is probably going to be there later. Like I believe that. But Series 2 really gets me because it's like, is the value going to be there? If Series 2 becomes Series 3 and it like plays into it, but I just don't see that happening because the gift goat is so rare that it's going to be like, even at 555 gift goats, that's only 555 total people that could play with a really, really, really solid deck.
Yeah,
you know?
well, yeah. To that point, I think it's going to expand to a point where, like, I don't know a ton about the gameplay of Lorcana, but I know there's so many different types of decks you can play with.
Right.
I think we're going to see a little bit more of that, where like there's going to be decks with a gift goat that are powerful, but there's going to be some other decks that don't have gift goats that are going to be more powerful based on how you play the deck. That's one thing. Two,
and that's understandable too. But the problem with that is then the gift goat becomes less valuable.
sure.
You see what I'm saying? So you know, do you you know, increase the card community to piss off the collector community? You know what I mean? Do you increase the amount of people who can play the TCG and win to decrease the value of certain cards? And I see that with Magic too. I mean, like Magic the Gathering has a list. It's called the reserved list. They're not allowed to print those. They're not allowed to reprint those. In certain formats, you know, there's a bunch of different formats of playing Magic the Gathering, but in certain formats, those reserve list cards, like you have to have multi-$1,000 decks to be able to play those, because those reserve list cards are never printed and they're probably the best cards in the game. You know? But
yeah, man,
if you want to play standard, if you want to play Magic the Gathering standard, that's only the last 7 releases of Magic the Gathering that you can play with out of the cards, and that works for them. You know, there's got to be a happy medium between making the TCG worthwhile to play and improving the value of the cards, and I don't see that right now with Series 2.
To me, this is the only point where I can't logic to an end. Like everything we talked about before, I speculate to a direction that makes sense to me. This is the one thing that I don't get. Either they effed up and Series 2 and they're really trying to, and like you can see this angle potentially, again, total hypothetical, total speculation, is that they're doing this massive big push with Series 2 to make it a collectible, so that when they just disregard it, it stays a collectible. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or it's going to be incorporated. And if it's going to be incorporated, they kind of pigeonhole themselves into a situation where you're creating a unique and not necessarily better type of trading card by creating them in the manner that they've been created. So it's a really, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think any of us do.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I really don't think any of us do, and I don't think, you know, we're not going to know till it plays out. I mean, you know, there's so many variables that could happen in this situation. You know, to me, it seems like Gary wanted to make a TCG, and that's cool. But like the TCG that he made, you know, is basic. You know, there's a big collectible value in the cards. A lot of them, not so much. I mean, there's so many characters that, like, you know, a lot of them, they ain't worth that much. You know, even the rares, like, you know, and that's okay. Like I see that in a lot of collectibles. You know, Pokemon.
What about this? We talked about,
who wants an Electrode?
We talked about Season 3 being boost. What if Season 2 cards are the boost cards?
That'd be cool.
So ultimately, you can change the method. So again, if you create a boost where it doesn't have to be a mystery, like I don't know how the gameplay is going to evolve. We know the gameplay is going to evolve. It's already been stated in detail. Like, I mean, they gave us a boost card and said at last year's beta play and said this is what the future of the game is going to look like.
But remember, that was at an alpha tournament, and that was a preemptive strike to say, hey, this could be what happens, but it's not necessarily where they go.
It's a vague concept, so we don't know the details of it, but we know that's going to be that's the direction of the evolution. What if Series 3 comes out as the game, and the way you boost is not like a mystery? It's not an unknown; it's a known thing. So you have 12 boost cards that are randomly assigned to you based out of a stack of stuff that are Series 2s. That could be a Yo-Yo Yak to a gift goat, and they're because they look totally different. They're known boosts that you can play at any given point with scores and all that other stuff, while your other cards, your Series 3, have all that writing and detail and stuff like that. I never thought about that. That's what's going to happen.
That's pretty fire. I love that, because I think it would be silly for them to do something to make Series 2 isolated.
That would be super simple.
This is what's interesting is what you said kind of spawned something in me. So like a YOLO yak to a gift goat, right? Like if a YOLO yak was the same stats as a gift goat, right? Puts it in the same playing field as a gift goat. However, a gift goat's still going to be more valuable because a gift goat is on its own those stats.
Right.
So you could play gift goat stats on a YOLO yak, but then it still seems like there's a disconnect, because if you could play gift goat stats on a YOLO yak, there's obviously something that you could do to the gift goat to increase its stats. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that my just thought about theory is that you're playing the Series 2 onto something else so you're using the stats of Series 2 to boost something else. You're not boosting the gift goat. The gift goat boosts something else. So if we have a card, if we're playing and we randomly pull up, I don't know, the Series 3 YOLO yak, which has whatever powers and all this other stuff, and we can combine that with a background card that gives it a, aura boost of 24, and then we have 7, Series 2 boost cards that we can pick from, and depending on what we're messing around with, I mean, I'm just totally spitballing.
I think I feel you.
But for me, this is the only logical thing I've thought of in the past 9 months where Series 2 can actually be implemented into Series 3 without Series 3 looking like dog shit.
I think our problem is that we can't play more than one card. Does that make sense?
Why
like initially, like right now in the game, in the we're playing one card. It's my card against your card. You know what I mean? And like with Magic the Gathering, with Pokemon, with Yu-Gi-Oh, with whatever other TCG you talk about, right? Like we're putting cards on the board. We're putting cards on the board to be able to attack with, to be able to defend with. And I think that's what's interesting about this TCG and is different, this TCG versus others, is that, currently, you know what, we should just come up with a game where we can actually place the cards on a board and we can use the stats to attack, to defend, to, do other things. Maybe like I put it down and my defense is my total score. And then, maybe you want to attack me only on aura, but I get to pick which card that I have down. Maybe I get to put one card down a turn, and maybe I get to pick which card I have down that I want to defend with.
What if each hand has up to 3 cards you can play?
Cool. So cool.
You know what I mean? Like so each you pull. I mean, it's working off of everything that me, you, Dale, Ron, everybody were messing around with before with these different boosts. But each hand has up to 3 cards you can play into with different. It might be poses, it might be backgrounds, it might be Series 2 boosts. Who knows? Like, and you can mess around. And and your goal is to establish 17 aura points along with establishing a background. I don't know. Like, it's all still based in the same concept. But we've now just created a way more strategic game by adding these layers. So I don't know. I'm not gonna fall asleep tonight because I'm gonna be thinking about this.
I'll share one. I'm gonna share one last thought, and then I'm gonna go because it's
for sure. Mark,
9 o'clock for me. What I hope
midnight for me. So
what I hope for Series 3 is I love so many of these cards, right? And I think a lot of, because I've been following Gary for a long time, I understand what he's trying to accomplish when he has things like Alert Ape. I don't know that normal people understand why does being alert have a good characteristic? Like, why? And so what I hope, which I love about all the other TCGs, is that there's a power to them. So talk about why being a heart trooper is important. Talk about why being what is bad intentions? Like, that's
interesting.
Like,
so the character, it's nothing to do with right now. The characters you could just have a scribble on it. It doesn't matter. Right now, all that matters is the rarity and the points.
Like if you could,
character.
if you could attach the alert text box to the alert ape and say, this character has the quality of alert because, and this is what it does. That's interesting.
Lorcana has similar types of stuff where you're like they have like song cards and like different like the character itself represents something. I really like that concept as well. And maybe that's what I don't know. Like I'm still caught up with the idea of Series 2 becoming the boost of Series 3, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe Series 3 is purely pose, like a name of a pose and a background, and you're playing Series 2 onto those.
That'd be cool.
And like telling stories with it and creating isn't that what MTG has a lot of that, isn't it? Like story creation around what you're doing. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Dungeons.
No, it's just
I'm thinking of D&D. My bad. Totally different. I'm thinking of D&D. So, and I've never played any of those stuff. But like, I wish I did. But like, Mark, like, I think there's a lot there.
Yeah.
And in a complexity that is not super complex, and in a way where like there's literal points, and then there's like conceived of points based on the I don't know. I can't even articulate stuff. But like it.
I mean, yeah. Wouldn't it be wild if like somehow, like, I know you don't like the catfish, but if a compassionate catfish won out, if compassionate catfish won over another character trait, because like compassion is like the trump card or whatever, right? Like what I love about VeeFriends, what I love about Gary is he's all about spreading positivity. But
this makes a lot of sense in comparison to if that's what the game is. The show. The show is, hey, these two traits are going to enter the V Dome, and they're going to work it out together to figure out how they can work together. That's what the game is, right? You're battling these traits. So I'm going to battle, ambitiousness, dedication, and we're incorporating points and all this other stuff. I mean, like, there's definitely a direction with that for sure.
I don't want to work together in a game against my opponent. The whole
no. I don't think like that. It's more of like, because you are still trying to beat. So I don't think it would be working together with them. It would be sort of like using the traits you have in characters. I think that's what Mark is getting to. Yeah. Using that. So how do we use alert to overpower or to win points over, the chinchilla,
right?
Or something like that.
Or like, does the confident cobra beat out the dedicated dragonfly? Because obviously points wise it does right now, but is dedication stronger than confidence? Is ambition stronger than alert? Is being chill
I don't know.
better?
I think being chill's better than everything. I think that wins. You know what? Yeah. Alpha right there, chill chinchilla. Go pick them up.
Go do it. Go buy all the chill chinchilla. I have 7,000 core chinchilla pins if anybody wants them. So there it is.
Right. Like the dragon pins. Actually, luckily, Justin Aspire is a big bear person. So I just sent him all my bear stuff, made a couple trades. Like if you want to do a trade for real for your bears, if you got a lot of road to VCon, Justin will take all your bears off of you and probably give you some value for it.
That's awesome. He wants all of them. I like it. I'll take your gulp. I'll take your gulps. Now that gulp, did you see? You saw the new gulp image. It's not a catfish. It's a freaking lightning bolt. I'm freaking here for it. So I'm gonna start.
What?
Did you see the comic today? Go look at DJ comic today. The comic today, the first time ever, Brave Bison. I've been pushing like crazy. Is now officially a Brave Bison. And he's badass, and it makes me happy. And basically, it's like the comic is. I'm gonna pull it up because we have to appreciate this before I hang up and rage quit on everybody. So, I seriously, I got so excited. I saw it. I was sitting in my car with my kids, and I was like, "Oh my god, Brave Bison's finally brave!" So happy. Hold on, Comic Corner. All right, let me share this. Oh, it's not even up here. It's in Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. They haven't even updated it. Because I like this Go one. All right, let me find it. Damn it. We're going to find it. All right, find VeeFriends.
VeeFriends Twitter should have it, right?
Yeah, they will. That's where I am right now. So share this tab. All right, here we go. There it is.
Oh, I did see this one. Wait a minute.
All right, so here we go. Maybe we should turn around, right? All these different directions you can go in. You obviously want to go towards the green, right? Green is green. Oh my God, what the hell? There we go. Yeah, that looks scary. But we all came this way. And then who's that coming up behind? There it is. Fear not, humans. Try this. Liquid Courage by Brave Bison.
Let's go.
See, look at that. That's the gulp image. That's the gulp image. Fearless Fairy. And then check this out, right? Remember, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasures that you seek. I feel ready. I feel ready now. It's just magic. It's just lemonade. Real courage comes from within.
I have to say, though, I did see this one this morning, and the reason that I didn't notice the lightning bolt and the reason I didn't notice is because it literally says liquid courage, and liquid courage, this is the term.
I know.
So my immediate reaction was, all right, let's go.
Remember, Gary V likes to switch the definition of things because it's not an unlucky black cat. It's a lucky black cat. And now liquid courage is bison piss. So there we go.
Oh my God. Did you just say bison piss?
I did said bison piss. Look, bison piss lightning. And that's what it is.
I love that.
Oh my God. I'm going to tweet that later. You know that, right?
Do it. I hope you do. Liquid courage is Josh Courage or bison piss, either way. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and etch all of these catfish out and put a lightning bolt in it. Mark, I appreciate you coming on, dude. You're welcome anytime. It was a blast talking to you. And if any other questions come up with grading, let me know.
T-Dubs, thanks for my draft.
Yeah.
At VCon. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good night.
See you, Mark. See you, buddy. T-Dubs, I'm going to go to bed too, buddy. I know I'm breaking your heart. Come on, we're getting into this good conversation. It's great. We're getting places, but Sarah
I don't get Thursdays very often, so
Hey, you know what? I haven't done a Thursday night stream in what? I mean, this was for like a year. I was doing Thursday nights every single week. Yeah, this was one of my nights. But we had DJ want to come on and Mark want to come on, so this was fun to do. So
cool. Y'all pull anything good?
What?
Y'all pull anything good?
I mean, not like crazy good. I mean, DJ pull his best card was a rare Kind Warrior. No tier ones, no like specs or epics or anything like that. He pulled a very rare
Kind Warrior works. It's good enough.
Yeah, that was a good one. And he's newer to the cards and is like super like you know that feeling where like everything's exciting.
Yeah.
And that made me happy. Like watching that excitement when pulling a freaking brilliant barb core. I'm just that makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Did you? I don't know. I don't know how much you actually watched To the Moon streams, but did you watch Chelsea the other night doing the sports cards? Man, that was excitement. Like Chelsea, he was like, "I know nothing about sports cards. Yes, this person. Let's go. I got this person." And I'm like, "Dude, that's nobody." But Chelsea was so into Chelsea should do all their streams.
Rock Sarah Bell.
This shit was funny.
That's great.
So, anyways, I won't keep you, man. I appreciate you letting me jump up for a few.
Of course, man. Of course. Appreciate you, man. These are good thoughts. I like brainstorming about this stuff because it's good. It's good to do. It's helpful. It's great.
I'm interested about it, and I'm really seriously considering emailing Gary whether he listens to it or not. I don't feel like maybe I'm the person to be like, hey, this is how you should run your business. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell him, look, I'm not trying to tell you this, but this is what I think.
One of three things will happen. Number one, nothing.
Yeah.
Number two, he'll send you a response that'll be like, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Number three, he'll be like, holy shit, this is a great idea. So why not?
Yeah. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, why not? I know Lee sat and talked to Rips for 45 minutes at National. You know what I mean? It's I think I think that's part of what they want. And even Jeremy talked about it. Jeremy talked about it on the Spaces or whatever about you guys playing help us to see should we tweak this? Should we tweak that? All the stuff that we came up with, the multiplayer stuff, that's something that they hadn't really thought to do. And we started doing it. Like the boost things, these different directions, these different people. So what we're talking about tonight, I think should be a continuing conversation because they need I mean, there's 106 people on Twitter right now. They very well could be listening right now. So you know what I mean?
That's what's interesting too, is like, okay, so Magic the Gathering, right? Magic has all sorts of different styles of play. They have, they have the standard play, which is like the last 7 releases. They have the vintage play, which is like the old releases from 8th edition and before. They have historic, which is like midway from the releases they've had to previous. So there's a bunch of different releases for Magic the Gathering, but there's also this thing that used to be called Elder Dragon Highlander and is now called Commander, right? And it was a community created game. It was initially a community created game where they created the game, they started playing the game, and the community just kind of took off with it. And then Magic made it an actual tournament game. Yeah. So, the community definitely has a say in these things. And I mean, I think that's, probably a good, indicator of a company listening is the fact that, the community's talking about it, the community's trying to improve, and they take note and run with it.
Yeah. 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 That's interesting. I'm not going to fall asleep tonight. Fuck. Obviously, think about it.
You will. Yeah. You work out too much to not fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know about that. I'm also like the overthinking king of the world, and my brain moves at 10 billion miles a minute, so it's hard.
That's so funny. Like, you know what? I used to be like the overthinking king of the world, and I still am, like when I'm awake. But when I go lay down, I don't know what it is about me and my brain. I'm out. Like, I'm completely out.
I wish.
And like, it's not the tequila, I promise. Like, sober me is also out.
Yeah. It's an amazing skill. I mean, I know a lot of people like that, man. And I am not that. I am not that. Dude, I was an insomniac for like 5 years. Like bad. Like I was sleeping like 3, maybe 4 hours a night for like years.
I'm not an insomniac, but I am the type of person who will fight sleep. Yeah. Because I'm like, I'd rather be awake doing things, like, and especially at night. Like, there's plenty of time to do stuff at night. I don't have to worry about work. I don't have to worry about kids. I don't have to worry about people. Yep, so I really like. I have a tendency to stay up way later than I should, and then wake up because I have to go to work. So like, I maybe get like 5 hours of sleep. I sleep hard. Don't get me wrong, but I am groggy most of the time because of that.
But more of just like more of a personal choice.
I think it's actually more ADHD, to be honest.
I understand that. I'm like that too, to a certain extent, and then it spirals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep. So, but yeah, I intentionally stay up later than I should, just because I'm like, well, I'm by myself, so I can like do what I want to do on my time. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's rough, man. But anyway, I appreciate talking to you, man. Like, I really do.
Yeah, it was good seeing you, Josh. Good talking, and everybody in the chat. Even though I can't see the chat right now because I'm on my phone, and they make it difficult.
They're dwindling. There's a lot of people on Twitter, but not on here, so it's all good. 98 people on Twitter. I don't know how many of those are bots, but it's cool. It's Phantom Gary. Oh, well, he just glitched anyway. So, all right. Well, chat. Appreciate you, Mark, Nacho, Sarah Bell, if you're still here. Everybody who's here. Well, I can do this. Appreciate everybody being a part of this, coming on here. Yeah, I like doing this. All right, T-Dub. See you, buddy. Yeah, appreciate everybody. And Saturday, I should be back on. And that's really it. It's all good. It's all good, T-Dubs. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for being a part of this. I appreciate all you guys. Good night. Good night.